Okay, we have a green box, we have a live counter ticking up, so we should now be live. Which, of course, means welcome back, everybody, to the Storytime Network. It is the Paradox Hour podcast, and it's time for some new premieres. There has been some good stuff, and there has been some really, really bad stuff this season.
I'm dropping half my list.
Yeah, not surprising. You got most of it, Nmbr.
Yeah, I got most of the garbage, so you're welcome.
I am so sorry.
We are all very appreciative of the fact that you agreed to take them.
I tried to get rid of some of it.
Some of it was just RNG's really hating Nmbr's guts.
Yeah.
I am so sorry, Nmbr.
It is what it is, you know.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I already dropped 3 shows, and I'm thinking of dropping it like 2 or 3 more at this point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows from my. Well, it's not even 11, is it? Because as I was saying this to Nmbr while you were off, I don't know, whatever the fuck you were doing. Sacrificial Princess doesn't air until the 19th, which is really fucking late.
Well, damn.
And Blue Orchestra, for some fucking reason, didn't get licensed. Very annoyingly and frustratingly, because
That is weird.
I was really looking forward to that show.
Yeah, we can tell because you locked it.
Yeah, like I thought that was gonna be my nice fucking music show this season. The
licensors had other plans, I assume.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really, really weird, because that seemed like a show with potential, and it was just ignored because isekai, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm fully angry about the fact that Crunchyroll licensed so many of the isekais and gave so many of them dubs.
Why waste your resources on that?
Because
just why?
Because let's have a look. Cheat Skill has a dub. KamiKatsu has a dub. Aristocrats has a dub, and Legendary Hero has a dub. Like, what the fuck? You gave 4 of the isekai dubs, but you couldn't fucking dub mix after you dubbed the first season? Come on!
Yeah.
Baseball's out of style.
I guess so.
I mean, I'll talk more about it when we get to mix, but it absolutely affected my experience watching that first episode.
It is unfortunate, but also understandable.
Yeah.
But we actually do have fewer premieres than last season by like 2, I think it was.
It's not a huge difference, but it is still notable.
Oh no, one. But we can get started with the first show on our list, obviously going alphabetically. A Galaxy Next Door.
Now, would this actually be first alphabetically, or would it be with the G's?
No, fuck off.
Fair enough.
I guess so.
I will do it with the thes. I'm not doing it with A's.
Well, no, it should go down with the G's then if you're not doing the A's.
No, I mean, I'm ignoring the thes, I'm not ignoring the A's.
That's usually the reverse of how some people do it, isn't it?
Don't care, not doing it.
It's not how we do it.
The thes always just seem so fucking stupid. And to be fair, the other thing is that having a show start with is a lot rarer than having a show start with the.
True. The is the most common article I've seen used.
Yeah. And I always just found it dumb. Like, I'd be looking for a show and I'd just not find it, and then there'd be a fucking huge list of thes.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Like, I just find that stupid, personally. And thankfully, I'm the one putting together the list, so I get to decide.
You are correct in that regard. Yeah, am I the only one who's watched this one?
I thought about watching it, especially after reading the reviews for it that do seem like it's actually pretty decent. I just ran out of time. There are definitely 1 or 2 shows that I am gonna try and watch after we finish the stream. I'm just gonna say now while I remember, My Clueless First Friend, I'm gonna try and watch dubbed.
Makes sense.
But Galaxy Next Door, I could definitely. That's also getting a dub. I might watch that dubbed when it comes out. Then, I want more dubs. I don't get to watch them as often.
Ew, dub viewer. Ew.
I don't get to watch them as often now that simul-dubbing has
kind of fallen by the wayside. Yeah.
Understandably so, but it is a shame.
There are a couple series getting dubs, simul dubs, but not that many.
Yeah, I think Tonikawa season 2 is one of them. But yeah,
Tonikawa, yeah, wild.
Speaking of other rom-coms,
yes. Onto the actual subject matter of the show, though. This one's a really really neat one. It's kind of walking a bit of a line with its premise because power dynamics and all that. But both the protagonists are adults, so that's something.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have a nice conversation about consent and the whole power dynamics thing, like right near the end of the first episode when the whole accidental engagement gets triggered. So it's actually like, hey, maybe the show will actually handle this in a mature and nuanced way, rather than just being like Manic Pixie Dream Girl situation. I haven't watched the second episode yet, but I think this stream we're going to try to avoid talking about anything past the first episode unless it's like absolutely relevant to the quality of the show overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like this one so far, and I really do like a series about mangakas, because some series about mangakas. I'm not touching Bakuman.
It was okay, but it definitely had the hallmarks of that pair, and they are bad hallmarks.
They are quite possibly the worst shonen writers of female characters, but that's neither here nor there.
That's a very high bar for them to.
Yeah, now that you mention it, Jesus.
They somehow are worse than Kishimoto and Toriyama by an order of magnitude worse.
I'd argue Toriyama's improved a little, but
yeah, no,
Toriyama's Toriyama feels like he realizes he's not great at writing female characters, so he just puts them on the shelf, which is a problem all of its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is fun, and it's about a shoujo mangaka, which is interesting. Most of the
Those
stuff
still exist?
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. Though I'm pretty sure that the manga this is based off is either a shonen or a seinen.
I think it's a seinen.
That would make sense. We don't get a lot of shoujo or josei manga adaptations, unfortunately. Because most of the big name ones are either shonen or seinen.
Yeah, because in the Anifem review, they note why does it seem like so many authors who love shoujo manga get published in seinen magazines.
So weird to me. But yeah, out of the top 9 anime on Mouth for this season, they're either not based off of a manga, so they don't have a designated demographic, or they're shonen or seinen. All of them. The only one that wouldn't qualify demographically is Yamada-kun, which would probably be a shoujo if it was categorized. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to talk about. But back to this one, Galaxy Next Door is a really interesting concept that I will be interested to see if they fall through on it well enough, because there's a lot of potential there for an interesting fish out of water romance, as long as they maintain the that conversation about consent and power dynamics.
Yeah, just you know, keep that respect between the two of them. The, you know, main male character respects that the female character has agency and is a person, and therefore, you know, things should be discussed and not just he decides everything for them.
Yeah, and again, I do hope that that stays in as a topic of conversation across the show,
Yeah.
or at least it gets acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this is a pretty decent series. If I were to like put a tier on it, I'd say it's a pretty solid B tier series for the season.
All right.
Nothing spectacular or anything, but still pretty solid.
Cool.
I'll add it to my list then.
As said, I'll wait for the dub to come out. I'm not sure when that'll be. I don't think they've announced a date for it yet. Crunchyroll put it at the top of their list as well. I'm not sure I want to be agreeing with Crunchyroll right now, but still.
That's a you problem, Mill.
Also, if we're going by that logic, shouldn't then like something like I got a cheat skill in another world be with the G's?
No, because I is a personal pronoun, which is not an article.
Whatever.
I feel like we're splicing hairs.
We're really not. Personal pronouns are very different from... whatever.
It doesn't feel like it, though.
Okay, good. I can disagree with them because they do the whole "the" thing as well of banding them all together annoyingly.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
but
shall we move on to the next show then? We don't spend like 10 minutes on everything.
The next show?
Yeah.
This will not be 10 minutes, trust me. The next show is not a Crunchyroll show, I don't think. No, I don't. No, it was High Dive. Which is...
Oh, High Dive gets the trash.
Alice Gear Aegis expansion. Jesus.
Are you telling me
Christ.
this isn't anime of the year?
No, it's really not. So first things first, I had like a bit of confusion because there was an episode 0, and I was like, okay, do I want to watch this? Am I going to feel lost if I don't? And then I just decided, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to watch the first episode. And boy, was I glad I didn't watch that episode 0, because I found out later that it's actually unrelated to the actual story of the series and is just an OVA that was done previously that's just an excuse for fan service. Honestly, the episode 1 had not much more substance.
Is it just like I thought? Is it Symphogear we have at home?
No, because it's not even that good.
Oh my god, it's worse.
Oh no.
Being discount Symphogear.
So, first things first, it's based on, I think it's a mobile game. And
Shocker.
Figures.
And it just does not attempt to explain really anything. You can derive some stuff from context clues and some other stuff from the summary, but that's about it. It really doesn't explain anything else. The story of the first episode is the protagonist, Takahata Nodoka, deciding to join a group that destroyed a mech in space wearing their own mechs. Because, I guess...
Because reasons?
Yeah, because there's also the fact that she sees one of the members, Hirosaka Yotsuyu, as her idol, which is the worst part of the show because Nodoka, anytime she's near Yotsuya or talks to Yotsuya or vice versa, goes into a fit of I don't know, orgasmic spasms? It's fucking weird. And so overbearing. I don't think it's actually orgasmic spasms, but that's the best, term I can come up with. Because she just, loses her shit every single time, and, it's not funny, it's just overbearing. But yeah, she tries to join the group, she doesn't qualify, but she's close enough that Yotsuyu decides to train her to try and meet the requirements. What the requirements are, nobody actually says. I don't think they know. and so they just do random.
That's hilarious, actually.
They just do random training montages, and introduce a bunch of other characters to do weird training montages as well. She fails again, and so they decide, well, this time it was closer, so something we did must have worked. So we're gonna do it all again 100 times. They do that. They do another montage, and then, Nautica finally passes just in time to find out that the group is being shut down indefinitely for some reason. I assume because instead of, going up in space and fighting mechs, they've been spending their time training some obsessive fangirl, which probably didn't do anything for them. But, the vast majority of these characters they don't give names to, they just have designs. Again, they're really relying on you having played the game. Here's a stupid thing, though. It's not been licensed in English. So this is only something that, a certain amount of people will actually get in the West.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm really glad I didn't watch that episode 0. It would have been really, really bad for me. But as a result, we can move on fairly sharpish to the Aristocrats' Otherworldly adventure, serving gods who go too far.
Oh. The main character's design bothers me so fucking much.
He is a Shota. He is very much a Shota.
It's not even that. It's that he looks like a fucking bobblehead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very weird-looking design to begin with as well.
Yeah, no, it does not look better in motion.
And you know who we can blame on that?
The Aristocrats.
Oh, you added that to the soundboard, huh?
I can add it to our personal one, onto the Storytime Network one. That was on my personal one, because I uploaded it to test. But yeah, I made sure I downloaded that episode of Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, stuck it in Audacity, and cut it down until I got that clip. Because as soon as I was doing the setup for it, I was like, oh, this is perfect. I need to find something good with the Aristocrats. And fuck it, we all know Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
Yep. But yeah, no. This one's just pretty bog standard isekai just based off the first episode. Dude gets shanked. Turns out he didn't need to die. So kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho. And then
don't sully Yu Yu Hakusho with that association.
Wait. Let's calm down.
It's the protagonist doing something heroic and dying a death that it turns out he didn't need to die because things would have been fine without his intervention. Which is literally what happens in Yu Yu Hakusho for my recollection. Bruh, that's episode 1.
I haven't watched episode 1 yet.
It's 30 seconds into
30-year-old series.
30 seconds into it.
Listen, I value those 30 seconds, okay?
Also, I'm looking at the Anifem Spring Premiere Digest. Apparently, episode 2 starts with an extended boob gag.
Nice!
I am shocked.
So, fun.
I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch episode 2.
Why would you?
I don't think I will, but maybe I'll be bored enough to watch it at some point. I don't know. I'm watching a shit ton of stuff.
Life's too short, Jack. Life's too short.
Surely, if you're bored enough to watch something outside of the list you really want to watch, surely you'll just find something from a past season that you missed. Surely.
I think I'll watch Summertime Render instead.
Yeah, surely that's the better use of your time.
Oh, absolutely. There are 1,000 better uses for my time than this trash. No, this is a really just bog standard isekai, and I don't think I'll be keeping up with it. There are better isekais this season, and there are some really trash isekai this season, though.
Is there anything notable about it?
Not really.
Oh damn, that's crazy. They usually at least have something, you know.
So
Damn.
basically, the one thing is like there's 7 gods, and all of them give the protagonist gifts because they want to make up for him, dying like a fucking moron
I mean,
when
clearly,
he didn't need to.
clearly they gave him the gifts because of the.
The aristocrats.
I put time into making that, so I'm getting the use out of it while I can.
Understandable.
Maybe we should just stick with the show, Jack, just so that we can get more mileage out of that.
If that's what you're going to do it, then I will do that.
No,
But,
no,
otherwise-
do not do it. It's not worth it. We'll find other uses for the aristocrats.
No, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
I'm not gonna make you suffer just for that one clip.
I've sat through worse shows, Mel. I have sat through far worse shows.
That
But
doesn't
yes,
mean. Raise your standards, Jack. Don't keep them rock bottom.
They're not rock bottom. If they were rock bottom, I would have watched like the actual worst isekais this season.
Yeah, no, that was on my list.
Oh, we'll get to those.
But going to the opposite end of the quality spectrum from this show,
First,
we have
we have the first sequel, which is Birdie Wing Golf Girls' Story Season 2.
now. Before we say anything else, Mill, have you watched episode 2 yet?
No.
Okay. Damn it.
Damn it.
Sorry, I didn't have time.
I understand, but oh god. Okay.
Okay, episode 1 still introduces a little bit of that soap opera bullshit, but episode 2 is just like full on into soap opera bullshit, and I love it.
I'm going to make a guess, and I don't want you to confirm or deny either way. Actually, fuck it, you can. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to assume we start getting into Eve's parentage.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, that's sort of what that's sort of what I figured.
So the thing is, though, there's also questions raised about other characters' parentage. in
Okay,
episode 2.
yeah, good. I'm glad. No, I'm glad that those questions get raised, because otherwise
Yeah.
it makes what we've been doing with this show very weird.
Yeah.
No, it's soap opera bullshit, like I said, but it is delicious soap opera bullshit.
As long as it resolves in the way I want it to, then we'll be okay.
No, I agree.
Look,
I agree.
I'm just gonna come out and
I think-
say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. As long as it doesn't end with even Aoya's siblings, I'll be happy.
Yeah, no. Based off of the theorizing I've seen and the clues that have been dropped, they are not actually related. But
Yeah, so
the family tree shenaniganry is fucking weird.
Yeah.
So again, I definitely don't want you to confirm or deny if it has been confirmed or denied. But the theory that I saw that gave me hope in the comments for episode 1 was that yes, Eve is the daughter of Aoi's parents, but Aoi was adopted.
No. Or yes. Or maybe.
A little kinda yes and no. It's a little.
So, Mill, you understand basic genetics, right?
Yes.
Note that neither of Aoi's supposed parents have black hair.
Yeah, I know. I said Aoi was adopted.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And like, why did you act like I was the dumb one for saying that? Like I was saying that Aoi wasn't adopted. I said she was adopted.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. Eve looks like one of her parents. Allele looks like neither of her parents.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm fairly sure we brought this up last season, and we were like, "Oh, please don't go this route, because it's gonna be weird."
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
let's actually get on to episode 1, because Eve is in fine fucking form.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
no. She actually does one of the bullets we haven't seen before.
Well,
the orange bullets.
Just in general in the episode, she's just a fucking asshole.
Oh no, she's delightfully asshole-ish. It is so
Yes.
fun.
Like she's fully.
I'm glad she was able to counter the enemy stand.
Yeah.
In the zone.
But yeah, that's such a dick move, hitting the goddamn flag.
That is a
Hey,
dick.
ain't no
That
rule.
is a dick
You
move.
can't do that. Ain't no rule.
It's like in the first season when she beat Rose by pinging her ball off Rose's ball. It's just like, come on, you could have just put it. You didn't have to do that bullshit.
No, she didn't have to, but she wanted to.
You did that to style on their balls.
Oh my. Milt, please tell me you can get a clip of Takei saying, oh my.
I'm almost certain I can.
Oh yeah, that can't be too difficult.
Yeah, I'm almost certain I can. When
Please do.
When
if
I've
you
got
get
some
the
more
chance.
time, yeah, I'll start looking for more and more soundboard clips. We only get 8 for the server, so we gotta be like somewhat selective. But at the same time,
8 in addition to the basic ones, you mean?
yeah, 8 in addition to the basic ones.
Ah,
It does
okay.
look like you can use like different servers. Like as I said, the Aristocrats one is in my personal server. There's literally just got me and some YouTube bots in it. So,
Oh, nice.
like I think we could put 8 in this server and then we could put 8 in another server and still use it.
Oh, that's too fun.
Yeah. But yes,
But yeah.
I will look for some stuff.
We're going to need a lot for this one, especially just the oh my, just because of how homoerotic it gets.
Yeah. I mean, Nmbr, we were talking before the stream started that Mix eased us in with a recap. This didn't fucking ease us in.
No, fuck no, no.
Why would Birdie Wing ease us into anything? That's not this show's style.
To be fair, the gap between this and season 1 wasn't nearly as large as Mixed in season 1.
You
so.
still expect something of a recap, but no, like it very much gave evidence to the thought that we had at the end of season 1 that they just ran out of time. They were supposed to be too short, and they ran out of time.
Yeah.
Better that they push it back
no,
than try to ram in the second core.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, Birdie Wing is as batshit insane as it always, and we love it for that.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I did kind of realize, this is kind of what ties into episode 2 a little bit. Won't get into too many details, but with what we learn about Eve's parents, that could explain why she can speak Japanese.
Possibly,
yeah.
yeah.
Which is kind of unfortunate, because I like that she's just able to do that with no explanation.
Yeah.
It's funnier that way, but
Yeah.
I don't mind the explanation too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think it would be funnier without that.
yeah.
Also, I fucking love that Leo and Amuro's match was just on this fucking like slab of rock in the middle of
I
a
forgot about
stormy
that.
ocean. Like,
How did
Oh my
they get
God.
there? How did they golf there? I have so many questions.
why did they
Oh,
go
yeah.
there?
Why not? Also, I do have to add something obligatory to this.
Yeah.
Golf clap.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
maybe the reason Amuro couldn't pick up any clubs after that match is because he got hurt trying to get off the fucking island.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if like we get another flashback and they're playing like at a volcano or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Look,
But yeah.
Leo was really inspired by mini golf, but he wanted to take the mini out of it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. That's how you get regular golf. You take the mini out of mini golf.
Anyway,
Yeah, no. Birdie Wing is in top form as
Yeah.
usual, and I look forward to seeing how they resolve the
I
the
need to
suffer
see.
bullshit.
I need to see episode 3 now, because based on
Yeah.
that preview, oh boy,
Oh boy.
oh boy.
oh boy,
We're in for some fun.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Moving on, though, to, as we said, a show that didn't get licensed. Blue Orchestra.
So we're not going to have much to talk about with this one then. Huh?
No, I'm just going to reiterate my disappointment that this didn't get licensed, because this seemed really fucking good.
According
Yeah.
to Mal, it has a 7.22. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
so
that's not bad.
Yeah,
And
that's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
And it's
Yeah,
two core, and it's based on a web manga, so like,
man,
Why
yeah,
did it get-
fuck.
Why did it get licensed?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I mean, fucking protagonist is voiced by Shoya Chiba, Kame Taijin in your boy Kong Ming, among other things.
There's a few other names. Junya Inoki.
Junya Inoki. Daisuke
Yeah,
Ono.
Daisuke Ono? What?
Daisuke Ono acting as, I think, a high schooler again.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny.
It's
Why
always,
is this not licensed? What the hell?
John Fukushima, Lin. Like, this is a fucking good cast. Oh, damn it, the OP was done by Novel Bright as well.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm distinctly disappointed that this didn't.
Yeah,
get
it's very weird.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
expected this to get licensed for sure.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, it is
fucking...
very rare for like a major, a big show like this in terms of like episode counts to not get licensed.
I'm honestly surprised High Dive didn't just pick it up, because High Dive picks up like every leftover of Crunchyroll.
Yeah, they
Almost.
get all the table scraps.
Oh no, maybe this got put in Netflix jail.
I don't think so, because it's not even
We
showing.
would have
up as
known by
licensed.
now.
Yeah, like Netflix would have
Hmm.
announced it. Like if nothing else,
Yeah.
Same
for
with
Japan.
Disney, actually. Whatever. Nothing
Like-
we can do about it at this point.
Let me just see
Frustrating,
where
though.
it's airing in Japan. NHK Educational TV?
What?
What?
Huh?
It's also apparently licensed in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, but not in North America or Europe or anywhere else.
Yeah.
So weird.
Like, it won an award along with Call of the Night.
What?
This is just puzzling.
Like, it's genuinely confusing
Yeah, that's a shame.
and like frustrating, because as I said, I was genuinely looking forward to the show because I like music shows. I'm terrible at music myself, but I like the shows.
Yeah, no, it's so weird.
Maybe
Well,
I'll
nothing
get
we
picked up
can-
later down the line. Who the fuck knows?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the next show has been licensed.
Fucking annoyingly. Moving on to the Cafe Terrace and its goddesses.
This used to be mine, and I managed to get rid of it.
Lucky
You
you.
lucky motherfucker.
Really? You've seen my list. Am I really that lucky?
No.
No, actually, no, I did take that from you, and the one I gave you didn't get licensed, I don't think.
Yeah, so
So you dodged that
Oh
one.
yeah, that was great. Oh yeah, so I win. Let's go.
That was a great trade.
Works out for you.
Yeah. Anyway, so how bad is the show?
Your other trade went well for you, because you traded Raeliana to me or away from me for Marginal Service, and that's fucking sucked as well.
It did? Oh man.
Bullets. You dodged a fucking bullet.
Dodged those bullets, but
Damn.
you got hit by the other 4.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well-
We'll have to talk about those later. But yeah, so this show, how bad is it?
Absolute garbage, and not the fun kind.
Damn.
Look, it's an ecchi harem rom-com, and it's not.
Some
a
of
good
those can
one.
be fun though.
It's not.
That's a
It's really
shame.
not.
That's a
Because the entire first episode revolves around these girls trying to get the jackass protagonist to not evict them and tear down the restaurant they worked in for years. And like only at the very end of the episode does he show any hint of sentimentality or desire to, not be a greedy jackass.
It sounds an awful lot like Love Hina.
I mean, nothing's worse than Love Hina, but
Okay, so it's not that bad then.
I mean,
again,
For some
I loathe Love Hina with every fiber of my being.
for some reason, we're still letting Seo Koji make harem anime.
I think this is the first time he's made an actual like straight up harem series. Everything else has been like love triangle bullshit from him. But yeah, no, he does not have the best track record. And unfortunately, no one got hit by a car in this one, so I can't say that I would have noticed for it either. Very unfortunate. Also, the fan service is just like puzzling at points. Like at one point, there's this one of the chicks has like her tits hanging out of her dress, and it's like, oh, why is why is her clothing positioned like that? The way it's positioned is like either she has no nipples or they are like way the fuck to the sides, and it's like, why would you draw something like that? That's just so weird. It bothers me so much. It's like, does this illustrator have no grasp of human anatomy?
No.
What's the studio doing yet? Tezuka Productions.
Tezuka Productions has a decent track record
Because
because they've done they did Lisa Lots last season. They did
Dawn of the
Adachi
Witch,
Shimamura,
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Uh,
The first season of Quintuplets, Dororo.
yeah, clearly it's not the team on those shows on this one.
Yeah.
Or the other show that Tezuka Productions is doing, which is My Home Hero this season.
Yeah, no, it's a team that they got. They had doing that Dawn of the Witch a couple seasons back, probably, because it's some etchy bullshit.
Oh
Look,
yeah,
I
that
don't
was
mind
Dawn of the Witch,
an etchy
yeah.
series all that much, as long as it's like decently written. But the writing on this one is just like so poor.
It's likely they're How Not to Summon a Demon Lord team.
That would explain things.
Yeah.
Though they only did season 2 of that, but it's probably still the similar team.
Yeah, probably. Yep. No, this one's bad. Don't bother. Don't waste your time with it.
I will add it to my watch list.
Number, why would you do that to yourself?
Well,
That would make sense, especially since I traded it away intentionally because I knew it'd be trash.
She's watched
Yeah,
all the other trash this season. She might as well have the full compliment.
Hell no, hell.
Oof.
I have some standards. Thank you very much.
I think we all have some standards. Just some of those standards were very tested this season.
Yes,
Right, what?
and which. Oh, I can't wait to get to some of my bullshit, but we'll.
We're a little ways away from that.
Yeah, we are.
Instead, we're
We
moving
still
on
have
to,
some good stuff to go for a little bit.
We're
Yeah.
moving on to a show on my list, which is The Dangers in My Heart. Okay, putting aside the first 5 minutes of the episode, this was actually
Not even 5 minutes.
this was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a few friends that actually really enjoy it, so
It's really good, yeah.
As soon as
It's like-
as soon as it as soon as it actually, showed that Ichikawa is not actually some fucking sociopath who's just waiting to cause a school massacre. He's just this fucking edgy, cringy middle schooler.
Oh, he's a hardcore tunie.
Yeah, who just wants to stand out a little bit and hates the fucking what word to use for this?
Horny teenagers.
I guess just hates the behavior of a lot of his classmates, which I can empathize. I was in that position in my high school days of just hating a lot of the behavior of the popular kids because it was just fucking awful. Obviously,
Not even
I
the
didn't.
popular kids. They were just teenage boys being horny teenagers and not having any filter whatsoever.
To be fair, that one who was yeah, I've got a fetish for fat people, that one was weird.
Yeah, that one was weird.
And
But
yet, it ended
his
sort of-
interactions with that
overweight girl, yeah.
plus size girl, were actually surprisingly wholesome.
Yeah, that ended up being surprisingly sweet, and all thanks to the two fighting cats in the form
Yep.
of Yamada and Ichikawa.
That was actually genuinely quite sweet.
That was sweet and funny. It was
Yeah.
funny more than anything else. That, like, not to mention just like Yamada sitting in on it for so long and only realizing like 3 or 4 minutes in, wait, I shouldn't be here for this. This is a convention.
Yep.
I shouldn't be here.
Nope.
Like, Yamada is like wonderfully chaotic.
Mm-hmm. She strikes the right balance between being insightful, being cute, and being a bit of a ditz.
Yeah. Oh god.
She's also just very funny.
Fucking hanging around where her magazine is being sold, trying to get recognized and sign autographs.
Yeah.
And like she pulled one of the magazines over onto another stack, and the only person who noticed it was an employee who just went, "Oh," and just moved it back.
Just so funny.
I was worried about this show, and like I do think it's actually going to end up being pretty good as long as it does stay away from those violent monologues.
I mean, I imagine they're going to still be around for a little bit longer until like the early installment weirdness stuff fades away. Just because this kid is a chuny.
Yeah.
He's got to have that edgelord panache until he finally starts getting over himself.
But also, Ichikawa helping Yamada avoid some pushy jerk.
Yeah, that was nice.
And what was the really nice bit about that was him making Yamada laugh with a dumb joke.
Yeah.
Like, that really was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Shame it cost him his bike, though.
Yeah.
That bike is fucked.
Oh yeah, no. Its front tire bent in that crash, and then it just reamed into the canal.
I mean,
that's fun.
Good for him for managing to get that kind of speed without the thing just falling the fuck over. But
I mean, it would have fallen over. It didn't have that speed.
Yeah. But yeah, this honestly a lot better than I expected. I'm happy to say that. I was worried about that concept, about that premise, but looking like it's going to be good.
It's honestly like either my favorite or my second favorite rom-com of the season. No, it's my second favorite. Skip and Loafer is better.
I was going to say.
It's my second favorite. Though Yamada does come close.
But we should move on to our next show. It's by some veteran authors. Dead Mount Death Play.
Yeah, this is by Ryoga Narita, aka the guy behind Durara, Bakuno, and Fate Strange Fake. So the guy has quite the resume. And oh boy, does it show.
Mm-hmm. But does this live up to those so far?
It's only one episode, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Just chat commenter. But yeah, it's looking really good so far. Just because, well, for one thing, it's a reverse isekai rather than like a standard isekai, which helps a lot. But also just like there's the interesting concept of, so the first episode sets up the situation of, oh hey, the hero from the Otherworld got isekai'd in the final confrontation with the final boss. There's a like, oh yeah, that's definitely what happened. That's definitely what happened. And like the final scene, the final big scene in the episode, it's revealed, no, the hero didn't get isekai'd. The villain did, and he's the protagonist now.
Oh.
But there's hints that hey, maybe he wasn't so evil after all. Maybe there's a little bit of nuance in his motivations and actions. So there's a lot of potential for interesting stuff in there. Like, the one issue I take with the pilot so far is the only female character with a prominent role is a psychopath. But I don't know. Maybe there will be more female characters. Based on the poster, there'll be more female characters. So maybe there'll be more variety. Usually,
it's good at writing women. So.
Yeah, Narita is usually pretty good about it. Like, you got all the girls in Baccano are fucking fantastically written, and then of course you got characters like Henri and Salty and Urara who are phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. This one's an interesting one for sure. I'll be interested to see how the death game premise plays out in this one, because I believe this does have a death game as part of the core premise. So it's basically like Reverse Isekai meets death game, which is again pretty neat concept. And I trust Narita to do some crazy shit, because of course he will.
As he always does.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, we should probably move on.
Move on to another sequel. It is Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village Arc.
This is a sequel? I wasn't familiar with this show.
It's very
Yeah, it's pretty obscure outside of Japan.
Yeah.
You probably haven't heard of it.
it's very much a sequel because I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch the Demon Slayer anime.
I don't blame you. They were really extra on this premiere.
Like we talked about this, or I mentioned this, last time we were talking about Demon Slayer with the Entertainment District arc. It feels so dragged out, and I was struggling to motivate myself to watch the premiere in the first place, and then I heard that it was 50 fucking minutes long, and I groaned out loud.
I don't blame you.
Upon reading
the
that.
50 minutes were unnecessary on this one.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get into this, but I think there are very few shows that actually, like... Oh, sorry. I can't think of a show that has actually benefited from a more than normal length premiere. Genuinely.
There is one show this season where you can make a strong case as a counter argument,
And I will make my counter argument to that when we get to that show.
just know that I will vehemently disagree.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But like,
Fight.
but I mean, this again, this arc I wasn't much of a fan of to begin with in the manga, and I'm just not looking forward to it being dragged out for an entire season.
I mean, it's about a season length, but
I'm sure it is, but like, I'm probably just gonna watch like some of the good animation bits, and that's about it.
yeah. Yeah, but you got examples of shows like ReZero, VV, Oshinoko from this season that did have extended premieres, and you can make a stronger case then for Demon Slayer for sure on those regards. But with this one, I feel like the animators were really fucking extra with especially the Upper Moon meeting. Because
That was so funny. They fucking
so
zooming in on Musen's fucking science equipment. It's like science.
and then, of course, like, the fucking music stings after every line.
So extra. It's so funny.
Of course, the fucking Yoshis went extra.
Yoshis, yes, they are. What's your point?
My experience with the premiere is a little bit different because I watched the whole like movie thing where it added the last few episodes of Entertainment District, so it didn't really bother me because I was basically watching it as part of a movie anyways.
Right.
But yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Again, with the manga, I could at least set the pace. Here, I just cannot stand the pace that it actually goes.
Understandable, I'll be honest. But yeah, no, you're probably not going to enjoy this then, because as much as I love a good ufotable animation experience, like there's a lot of extra shit in here that probably isn't necessary.
There are shows that look, similarly good that have far better pacing. Even this season, I think.
Oh, there's also the issue of what was it? Meat 3 also was just like kind of weirdly utilized as well in the episode. Because like you have the whole bit with like her motivation, and it's like it's kind of weirdly sexist. I don't understand why the author decided to make that her motivation.
I don't know why people say Demon Slayer's female characters are really well written, and very few of them actually are. There are some good ones, but most of the time
Shinobu's great.
Yeah,
but...
Shinobu's great.
Shinobu is an exception.
Yeah.
And let's be brutally honest, she doesn't show up that often.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
She got a few scenes at the end of season 1, and so far in the anime, that's about it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But if you're ready to move on,
yes.
Not a lot really happens in the premiere, honestly. So,
despite being
the
50 minutes, 50 minutes is basically nothing.
The Upper Moon meeting, Tanjiro goes to the Swordsmith village.
Mitsuri freaks out about being yelled at by Genya, and also tells how she wants to be protected, and it's like, not all women want to be protected, and this is really fucking weird that you insist on this being a thing, Japan.
Yeah.
But we can move on to our next big Shonen Jump adaptation, which is Dr. Stone, New World.
Dr. Stone's great.
Yeah.
It is.
This is a good premiere.
Mm-hmm.
It was just more of what Dr. Stone is, with the added caveat of starting to deepen Ryusui's character, because in the titular special Ryusui, he only really showed off his greedy side for the most part. This episode really showed off his depth and his what's the word I'm looking for? It starts with an I. Intuition. I guess that works. Like, figuring out that the reason why Ishigami Village's population is so small is because of food shortages.
Also, gotta say, best butler Francois, absolutely great addition to the cast.
Yep, no, looking forward to them, and it is definitively them because Ryusui
we have no other statements on their gender whatsoever.
Ryusui just never bothers to find out.
It's honestly kind of funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
And it doesn't matter because Francois just does what a butler does best. They buttle.
yeah, they're good at buttling.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, this is a nice back to basics arc so far.
And a little bit a nice little scene for Taiju as well.
I love Taiju and his bit.
Yeah.
Taiju's just a great character, and I really appreciate them utilizing him.
Yeah.
And Taiju remembering stuff from the first 2 or 3 episodes. With the seashells, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
And Senku can't bake.
No.
No, of course not.
Let him cook. He ain't cooking shit.
Yeah, he is not cooking. He can't cook.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that because obviously the show depicts Senku as a genius for a lot of the runtime, but it does show that he can't do everything. Like in the first season, he couldn't blow glass. They needed Kasuki for that. He can't bake, so they need somebody to do that.
Senku's also like physically weak as shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Senku is like noodle arms.
He is all brain, 0 brawn.
Yeah.
Strength was his dump stat.
It really is.
Look, I know Senku can cook meth, but will he? Will he actually?
You're goddamn right.
Shut up, Walter White!
But
It's
yeah,
actually a prequel to Breaking Bad.
God damn it.
No, this is more of what more Dr. Stone, and Dr. Stone is very good.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But we can move on to our next show. It's the Disney offering for the season. Weirdly,
And it's being simulcasted.
It is so weird that Disney, of all places, snaps this one up.
I might watch the dub. But what we are talking about is Heavenly Delusion. Did anyone
This
else...
one is actually, like, really good.
Anyone else sort of get Promised Neverland vibes from this?
From half the plot, yes. The other half of the plot is, like, straight up post-apocalyptic shit.
That half I got Last of Us vibes.
Yeah, so this one actually is localized by its Japanese title for some fucking reason, even though it actually has a localized title.
Tengoku
Daimakyo.
Daimakyo. Yeah, that weird. For some reason, but
why did they localize the title? Damn it!
Because Disney's full of weebs, I guess. I don't know.
Disney, really?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So
yeah, totally.
Question: what's Tokyo's gender?
Yes. I don't know.
Because I thought they were a girl, but the reviews seem pretty set on them being a guy.
So, Maru is a guy, I think, but Tokyo looks similar to Maru, but is of unspecified gender. I don't know what Tokyo's doing.
What's doing it for me for girl? And this is shallow as fuck, but this is the way anime works. She's got the girl eyelashes.
Ah, yes. Well, this is probably going to be a long-running game of anime boy or girl.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I have been spoiled somewhat on this with Kiriko's whole deal.
Oh yeah, no, that actually gets revealed in episode 2, so it's not like a huge spoiler.
I know, I'm still a little annoyed about it, but yeah. I mean, this was pretty fucking interesting, and I liked the characters involved. Like on the inside, Mimihime and Tokyo, pretty interesting characters. Mimihime especially. Outside, Maru and Kiriko have a good dynamic, and Kiriko is a delightful gremlin.
Yes.
Threatening those dudes with the gun and then making them charge it up for her.
Yes. Oh yeah, by the way, it's not loaded. You helped me recharge it. You asshole!
What was that battery for? Oh, for the gun. Wait, what?
Clever girl.
That was funny. The bad vibes of that in Ono became pretty clear.
Yeah. Have you watched the second episode?
I have not, no. As I said, I might watch it dubbed at this point, especially if they are releasing it, relatively close together. Not that I disliked the sub, but as I said, I just want more dubs.
Dork. Fake weeb.
I mean, it's definitely not a bad cast. I mean, Sayaka Senbongi is Kiriko, Gen Sato is Maru.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's, pretty solid cast. Oh yeah, Eric Vale is in the dub. That's interesting.
Interesting. No, this one is a really good post-apocalyptic sci-fi.
Very I mean to check it out. I haven't really made the time yet because I'm gonna be real. I haven't seen much that wasn't on my list because my list burned me out.
Yeah, no,
understandable.
And B, I have been hopelessly obsessed with watching Monster lately, so I just haven't made the
God.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not a long show. So
You mean not a short show?
oh yeah, it's not a short show at all. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's what, like 100 something episodes total?
it's only around 70-ish. So
Still a lot.
yeah, it's still a lot.
Also, cool but very creepy bird monster.
Oh yeah, the monster design in this show is looking to be real good.
Now, this
Yeah, no.
this definitely seems interesting. I'm looking forward to actually, getting more into the world, because obviously we got enough to like establish, the environments that the two pairs are in, but that's about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can move on to it's another big one for the season.
Mhm.
Moving on to Hell's Paradise.
Jigo Kuraku.
This stuff is the good shit.
Now this was really interesting.
The first episode's a bit more establishing than like action focused, but I will say episodes 2 and 3 start going into the action, and boy is it bloody.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, episode 1 had some good action between Gabimaru and Yamada.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the action is there, but like it starts picking up a bit after the first episode. Yeah, this is a very interesting show, and I do really like they have a lot of really interesting character designs and some really it's a really neat cast so far. Also, just the premise is really cool.
Gabimaru ain't so hollow after all.
Oh yeah, no, he's a quality wife guy. Turns out.
Good for him.
It was also
Yeah.
somewhat amusing to see him just no-sell all of these execution methods and be like, "Am I done now?"
Can I go back to my room now?
This
This is
dude will
boring.
not die.
Can you actually try next time?
Yeah, nah. He's an interesting protagonist, though. I do like that he's co-protagonist too with Sagiri.
Yeah.
It's fun to have a good duo protagonist pair. I also am very interested to see what the rest of the cast deals are, because while the first couple episodes do a really good job of setting up a beat on who Gabimaru and Sagiri are,
Yeah.
the rest of the cast looks very vibrant, so it'll be interesting to get into their personalities.
They're all pretty crazy criminals, so
Mm-hmm.
it'll certainly be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, Not much else to say beyond this is a really good premiere. It looks good, and
Wow,
the music choices are also really good.
it's done by fucking Mappa. Of course, it looks good.
Yeah, it's typical. It's that typical map of goodness. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this premiere, this show looks slick. Absolutely excellently presented.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty good cast so far as well. I mean, obviously Gabimaru is Chiaki Kobayashi.
Yes.
Who is...
Well, Gabimaru could also be argued to be, Jacked Bell as well.
Yeah.
Wow, Bell really got edgy.
Yeah. This takes place after Danmachi.
Bell got isekai to medieval Japan. But yeah, no, this is a fun one.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to more bloody badass action. And they do not skip out on the blood. Holy shit!
I'm sure they don't. They don't.
There's plenty of blood to drink.
Alucard would have a real fun time.
Oh yeah.
But we need to move on to the show with the longest title this season.
Jesus Christ.
I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too.
Do I need to explain what the plot of this is? I feel like it kind of just speaks for itself.
I think you do. I'm not sure I got it from that title.
I think it might be an isekai. I'm just guessing here.
Alright.
Is it an isekai?
All right, so this guy ends up in another world, and he gets this powerful skill, and that he takes advantage of that in both this other world and in the real world.
Fascinating.
Yes. Okay,
So
but
is
for
it
real,
good?
it's not out of the isekai I've watched. It's
The least bad?
it's probably the least bad. The animation helps it a lot, because the animation's almost disturbingly good. And in terms of character designs, and art style, it stands out among the other isekai, which almost all look exactly the fucking same. But yeah, this show's largely just wish fulfillment, and that's not really necessarily a bad thing. But
yeah, that's not inherently a bad thing.
no, it's really not. I mean, like your basic the premise is that our main character, he let himself go a bit. He's not very traditionally handsome looking at all, and he gets bullied a lot. He goes through some shit
from that poster.
Well, I mean, that's after he got isekai.
Yeah,
His blow up look.
Just as an aside, this is by the same author. I think it's same duo as okay, not the same duo, but the same author as Fruit of Evolution, which did a similar thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God,
This is what?
Yeah.
That's what? He just did the same thing twice.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
He did the same. You piece of shit. What? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Well, luckily this is infinitely better than the Fruit of Evolution, but that's just because the Fruit of Evolution was just that terrible.
It's a low bar.
So yeah. So the only person that actually cared about our protagonist was his grandfather, who passed away, unfortunately. And encouraged him to be, you know, a good person, to not spite these people that bully him, and, you know, to just hang in there. And he inherits his grandfather's everything, and in his grandfather's house, he finds this door. Guess where it leads to? Another world with kind of generic RPG mechanics in it. But he also inherits all these skills that supposedly his grandfather had when he was in that other world. And as a combination of all of that, he ends up, you know, becoming jacked and gorgeous and just good at kind of everything. And
So he got a glow up.
pretty much, yeah. And yeah. And he becomes pretty much unrecognizable from how he originally looked. And yeah, that's episode 1. It really isn't bad. But I have no desire to continue it, just because, you know, I'm not really into the whole wish fulfilling thing.
Honestly, like, my issue is like I am concerned about the implications of, oh hey, he's magically slim now. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not huge on that, but if that's the worst thing this show has, it's fine, you know.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
There are plenty of shows this season that do a lot worse.
Yeah. But like I said, the animation's it's disturbingly good. If I heard right, this is like the same studio that did the Spider Isekai, and also helped out with Berserk 2016, which is absolutely insane to me.
That was an improvement. Holy shit.
Yeah, they leveled up. I don't know who they got, but they leveled the fuck up.
Either they got good staff, or their existing staff got good.
Yeah.
They also did Copcraft.
The fuck?
Oh, wow, that's wow. Yeah, this really is a level up. But yeah, Isekai Trash will probably enjoy this. I don't harbor I harbor pretty much no negative feelings towards this show. But I have no desire to continue it. because
I'm,
you know
understandable. Have a nice day.
I have many other better shows to watch. You know.
Well, there's one right after this one on the list that we can talk about in a sec.
Yeah, and we can move on to that. Although I haven't seen it, but you know.
Two things.
I have.
Two things before we move on. First, Soul King, thank you for the follow. It is very much appreciated. Second thing, Trias Half, if you thought that was KamiKatsu slander, you should wait until we get to it, because that's not going to be a fun time for KamiKatsu.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
no.
Oh boy.
no.
I'm just going to say now, if you like KamiKatsu, we're going to be real mean about it. I'm going to be real mean about it.
Ooh, yikes.
Oh boy.
But moving on to the show that is not KamiKatsu, it is the show before it. It is Insomniacs After School. This is pretty good.
This show is really good, and also it looks goddamn gorgeous.
No, I quite liked it. I only watched it today. I think it was it the last thing I watched? I think it might be. It was either this or Mix that I watched last. I think it was this.
I gotta say, the nighttime vibes for this one are immaculate.
This is what I wanted Call of the Night to be.
I was gonna say, how does this compare to Call of the Night?
This is what I wanted Call of the Night to be.
It is substantially better at not having unfortunate implications.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another one that I was curious about and I was gonna check out, but you know,
It's really good. Like the only concern that can be had right now is the concern about the female lead potentially being a manic pixie dream girl. But
apparently, I've read people like commenting on it, and apparently it doesn't go that way. So
thank God. But yeah, Isaki is a really nice co-protagonist to Ganta, so I'm interested to see how their relationship develops and what we learn about each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a really interesting thing of just exploring like how people deal with insomnia and the anxiety that comes with it.
No, and I can absolutely understand them. I'm really not sure entirely at this point what the definition of insomnia is. But like,
so I believe insomnia is just a sleep disorder that prevents you from sleeping at regular hours. And causes you to only intermittently sleep outside of the regular sleeping hours, if I recall correctly.
Okay. So yeah.
I could look up the exact definition, though.
It's fine. I don't have insomnia. I do have a fucking fucked up sleep schedule.
You and everyone else I know.
That, doesn't coincide with what society thinks my sleep schedule should be.
See, my sleep schedule is mostly normal, except I go to sleep at 10 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m. most days.
I'm literally staying up all night tonight.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. It's for work.
I pulled all-nighters before. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled some all-nighters for uni essays.
Yeah, I have before too.
I never have.
Admittedly, I timed it somewhat badly because I pulled 2 all-nighters in the same week, and then watched an episode of House where it talked about the effects of sleep deprivation, which eventually lead to death.
Yeah. Yep.
Because the brain needs to rest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to sleep at least 6 hours per night to get healthy amounts of sleep.
It's fine.
Probably more.
I'm better than that. Don't need it. Don't need sleep.
You're just built different?
Yeah, I'm built different.
But yeah, no. This one's an interesting one. I'm curious to see if the supporting cast will get more involved in the plot, or if it's just going to focus on the 2 leads. But I do like the dynamic they have, and like I said, the show looks gorgeous, and the vibes are immaculate.
I like Dukigawa as basically the main support character we got. Ukigawa was quite fun. We'll see about the other classmates for Nakami and Magari, but. Yeah, no, this is definitely a good first episode. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, no, I absolutely am. Well, the one worry I have is, as I said, my fears about Marguerite were assuaged by people saying that who have read the the manga, that she does have her own arc and character.
Always good to hear good things from manga readers.
My worry is more how they're gonna like get this moving along for 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the first episode. I like what they did with the first episode. There needs to be more than that though, than just them hanging around at night.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Well, some shows can thrive off of just vibes.
But obviously, I mean, looking at the cast, there are definitely members of it that we haven't been introduced to yet. So I'm sure we will at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another fucking anime for Gen Sato this season.
Gen Sato's getting some good work in. Good for him.
He's a busy boy this season. Jesus Christ. He's in Insomniacs. He's in Witch from Mercury. He's in Rokudo's Bad Girls. He's in Dr. Stone as Chrome, obviously. He's in he's in Dangers in My Heart as the Fat Chaser.
And he's Maru in Heavenly Delusion.
And he's in Heavenly Delusion, yeah.
That's 6 roles, and all of them are main or all but 2 of them are main characters.
Yeah, like he's a busy boy this
cast
season.
Members.
Also, Jesus, he's not that much older than me. Oh, that hurts.
You need to stop looking at ages.
He is 2 years younger than I am.
That one hurts. He's born in the same year as me. Okay. Moving on from
But we
that.
can move on to your roast, Mill.
Oh, just first, Marguerite's VA has not been in that much either. The only thing she's been in is The Male in Gold, which I think you remember, Jack, because you were the one to watch it. So, pretty cool. Nice mix.
She's getting a role in a much better show this time.
Yeah, pretty nice mix
Good
of
for
experience and inexperience in that main duo. But yes, we have to move on to it at some point. We have to move on to KamiKatsu working for God in a godless world.
So, Mill, what are your true feelings on this one?
3 minutes in, the protagonist is sexually assaulted.
What?
God damn!
3 minutes in. He dies, he wakes up, and the girl is giving him a handjob.
The hell?
It is implied later in the episode that has happened multiple times.
But why?
Because the girl is, like, obsessed with sex, I think. I don't fucking know. Seems like everyone in, like, half the people in that village are fucking obsessed with sex.
There are better ways to portray, like, horniness in a series. Jesus.
Not from the perspective of this show.
Guess not.
Like, basically, the plot is the main character, Yukito, is killed by his dad's cult that has apparently made his life hell his entire life, so he wishes to be reborn into a world without gods. That happens. He has fun in a village, like, not doing typical isekai things. Then they go to the city and find out that the village is ostracized, because apparently in this world, sometimes you just get called upon to die. For no reason. You just get called upon to die, and the people in this village refuse to die. So instead, the establishment just every so often picks up some of them to fucking execute, which happens to the sexually assaulting girl. So Yukito charges in to try and save her, gets taken out and I think stabbed as well. So then he calls upon the god that his dad's cult sacrificed him to, and she's a fucking lolly.
Of course. Wait, is this a game of anime boy or girl? Or is it like just straight up a lolly?
I'm fairly sure it's a lolly. And considering that once again the AniFem Spring Premiere Digest says that episode 2 introduces a comedy pedophile, oh, that's fun.
What? Oh my god.
Oh, no.
There's no way. Oh my god.
I'm so glad I didn't watch this. I'm so sorry for subjecting this to you to this, though, Mill.
I just hated this. I literally ended my summary with, I hated this. I hate this. I hate this so much. Just,
Okay, but how'd you really feel?
not to mention they had the fucking terrible CGI. Like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck
saw
was
that
that?
clip. I saw that clip. That was the worst CGI I've ever seen. That was so horrible.
It doesn't even look like something from a different anime. It looks like something from a different genre altogether. It looks like it's from claymation.
It was so poorly composited.
It was so bad. How do you make CGI that bad?
It looks like a 2001 PS2 game, except worse somehow.
They took that right out of X-Arm.
Honestly, I think XR might have actually looked better.
No, Exarm also had the horrifying issue of trying to mix CG and 2D.
Right. That was funny.
It just did it in the opposite sense because it was mostly CG with 2D characters that were literally just pasted onto 3D backgrounds and looked horrible.
Oh my God.
It was so obviously horrible, and you could obviously tell which characters were actually gonna have to like move and do stuff because they were the ones that were in 3D.
Oh my God.
But that was actually fun. There's no fun in this. There is no fun in this.
Really?
So you're
There's
saying-
none at all?
So you're saying this is where Joy goes to die?
Yes.
I don't know. I had some fun with that one clip. I don't know.
I mean, it's fun to meme on it every now and then, but at the same time, would you really subject yourself to that on end?
Sure, why not? I am curious to see how bad the CGI actually gets, though.
I would not subject myself to this show just for that.
I know. Mill, do it for me.
No. Fuck off.
Why not?
You would literally have to pay me for my time.
How much?
Oh, Jesus. Don't do this number.
$1 million.
It would have to be... It's only half an hour at a time is the issue, and I'm used to working on hour.
It's fine. I'll probably just see how bad it gets on Twitter. It's fine.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, the Twitter reactions I'm sure will be great.
I'm sure
yeah.
I'm sure this is gonna. There's a decent chance this will be the trash pick for A&N's weekly reviews.
In which case, I apologize in advance to whichever reviewer gets subjected to it.
But
sometimes they need to suffer. It's fine.
I've spent enough time on this trash. Time to move on to something that honestly, it was obviously better, but it also still wasn't good. Moving on to Kizuna no Allele. This is just to hype up Kizuna Ai. Like this is like if what do I want to use as an example? Who do I want to use as an example? Fuck it, let's go with the one that first popped into my head, even though like it could get rough. Whatever. It's like if Mr. Beast made his own fucking TV show where, like, everyone was talking about how amazing Mr. Beast is and how awful it is that he's gone. Like...
What the fuck?
That's basically what this is.
Wow.
Well, the main character just constantly talks about, yeah, Kizuna Ai was really fucking great. She was definitely the best fucking like VTuber. They call it something else, but they're VTubing.
Yeah.
And they're not even like really inventively VTubing. Miracle just looks the same. Like, come on, like fucking. Get creative with some of the fucking, with some of the models at least, please. Yeah, I really don't have much to say about this. It just was bad. Just dull and bad. Like
Anime of the year?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh god, we've got such a run of poor shows.
Yeah, I saw.
We've got such a run of poor shows at the moment. Oh
yeah,
no. Oh.
yeah.
Arguably, we don't get something good until we hit mix.
Oh boy.
We got a couple that aren't horrible, but
Oh Jesus. Okay.
What else? Is there anything else I want to say about this show? Not really. Maybe another case of anime boy or girl, but I'm fairly sure it's boy, but I could be wrong.
When in doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm barely interested in VTubers to begin with, and this show is not like. It's not
I saw
convincing me
VTuber
otherwise.
fans that watched this that were disappointed. So
I'm not surprised.
Always a good sign.
Like, it's just. Yeah, if you like Kizuna, you might like this, but I'm not even gonna like guarantee that. Yeah. Let's move on to a show that's not any better, probably worse from what I've heard. We move on to The Legendary Hero is Dead.
That's always a good sign.
Sorry,
okay,
Nmbr.
so okay. So to be fair, the concept for this show is hilarious. I love it. The concept is that our main protagonist accidentally kills the legendary hero that's supposed to, save the world and all that. And the way the hero dies is because like our protagonist was grilling something. He's like, "Oh, that smells good. What's that over there?" And then falls into a death trap and then instantly dies. That's funny. I'm okay with that. See,
that's similar to how one of my first Pathfinder character died.
That's great.
Quite literally, did a perception check, rolled really well, heard like dog sounds, went, "Ooh, dog!" Walked forwards, fell into a pit, got killed by a coyote.
Damn. So and then the necromancer that was in the hero's party, revives the hero's body, but the person that accidentally killed the hero has to inhabit it and then poses as the hero and then has to, save the world in the hero's stead.
The concept is good, but how's the execution?
It's a fun idea. The execution's awful because our main protagonist is a piece of shit.
Lovely.
He's just a scumbag. Oh my god. He's mean to his childhood friends but also really wants to fuck her. He
Didn't he put stockings on a daikon?
Yes! Yes! I was about to say that! He puts stockings on daikons because he thinks it's sexy or something. I don't know. It's just... Yeah. The protagonist fucking sucks. It's just... Yeah, and he completely ruins like any chance this show had of being decent. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Our new legendary hero just fucking sucks because he's an asshole, and there's not really much else to say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, yeah, this show sucks.
All right, we can move on then to Magical Destroyers.
The show is so fucking weird.
It's really, really weird. The opening especially.
Not in a cool way. Not in a cool way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how to feel about it just yet. Part of my issue with it is that its core concept is very much similar to Rumble Grandal. Just replace the mechs with magical girls.
Yeah, it's very similar, but I don't think it executes on the concept as well.
No, it doesn't. Yeah,
At least because Otaku Hero is just not nearly as interesting as the protagonist of Rumble Garandal.
yeah, exactly. Otaku Hero is kind of just
Bland.
yeah, he goes through an entire character arc in like the first half of the episode 1. Like what?
And it's not remotely interesting to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I there are things I do like about this show. I do like how it's presented. The core idea on its own isn't bad at all. I'm curious as to why otaku are treated this way.
The animation is also pretty good.
Yeah, the animation's pretty good.
Anarchy as well is a fun character, even if like the writing around her is pretty fucking weird. And
Yeah,
dumb at times.
her writing's pretty weird, but she is very fun. I do like her, especially just hearing a character go Anarchy Chan is just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to feel about this one just yet. I'll stick with it at least for a bit, just because like this is a really wacky original. It could go anywhere.
I'll give it another episode or two, maybe. But
yeah, the opening is really weird.
oh yeah, no, the opening is buck wild.
Yeah, certainly the most visually interesting opening I've seen, because that's just
Ifiruz is voicing Anarchy. That makes sense.
yeah, she does good.
Love her. She's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Also, Blue is just
Yeah,
so much.
in episode Blue actually does have some pretty decent moments, but overall
Episode
she
Blue?
is sorry, episode 2. Yeah, episode 2. Episode 2 Blue has some decent moments, but overall she is just kinda
Just a pervert.
she's just that kind of character that gets aroused at pretty much anything.
There are
So just a pervert then.
so many of these characters this season. Why?
Yeah.
Is it specifically to torment you, Mill? Specifically you.
Yeah. So yeah, mildly interesting show. I like its vibes. But I'm just not quite sure how to feel about it. I'm definitely gonna give it a fair shot because I have a feeling this is gonna go fucking insane at a certain point. But we'll see how long it takes to get there.
Going on to things that make me suffer, though. Moving on to the Marginal Service. Man, I thought...
You were kind of looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I hoped this would be better, and it's just not. I mean...
I'm not even mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad. Like...
Oh yeah, I am kind of mad, actually. Protagonist is a cop, and not the fun kind of cop protagonist. He's the police brutality type of cop protagonist.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yup.
But it's okay because he was right. That makes it better, doesn't it? That makes it better.
That arguably makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is like straight up propaganda shit.
No, it absolutely is. And just like, again, all of its advertising was like about the batshit insaneness of the Marginal Service and their outfits. I mean, one of the key visuals, which I was almost tempted to use, is just the characters fucking naked.
Yeah, literally the only thing censoring them was like the banner with the title on it, and that's it.
No, it's a banner with warning WoW on it.
Even more interesting. But no.
But
The only character who is shown to be like horny or sexual is, of course, the token female character.
That and the fact we don't get any of the like fucking craziness with the outfits until like the last 2 minutes of the episode, and it's not explained at all. Until then,
Not to mention that they don't even do really all that waggy shit. They just pull out weapons and shoot it in one direction and do almost no like choreography or any crazy Sentai bullshit. There was so much potential there, man.
Yeah.
Man.
This is a waste of a really fucking incredible cast.
Yeah, the cast is stacked as fuck. Just like, hold on, let me see who's in it. Because I remember it being
Yuma
yeah,
Uchida,
they got
Koki
Toshiyuki
Uchiyama.
Morikawa, Shinichiro Miki, Yuichi Nakamura, Mamoru Miyano,
Hiroshima.
Tomokazu Sugita,
Yeah.
Koki Uchiyama, and Yuma Uchida.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? This is just a waste of a perfectly good cast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the most stacked casts of the season, and it's like...
And they wasted it on certainly the first episode was just by the books fucking, like, buddy cop shit. And a bad buddy cop shit at that.
Yeah, it wasn't even engaging buddy cop shit, because it was like, Mr. Cowboy Cop police brutality, trying to argue with a stone wall of a dude who just, like, does not have time for his shit, I guess.
Honestly, the one thing I did find kind of funny is when main dude, like, trauma dumps his tragic backstory, the dude just stops outside of a therapist's office.
I wish he had actually stepped out and gone in.
Oh, no, I absolutely do,
So-
but that was sort of amusing.
Mm.
That was pretty much the only amusing thing about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm looking at the cast here. I can't help but notice that some of these character names.
Again, yeah, the
Yeah.
character name is fucking wild. I think the villain is going to be called Rubber Suit.
Yeah, rubber suit. Like, what?
Some of these names, like Brian Knight Raider, Lyra
Brooks
Candy
Dexter.
Hart, Cyrus and Kuga, Peck Desmond, who is a fucking
Zeno
rodent.
Stokes. Lyra Candy Heart. Like,
Yeah, like
these are some high card names.
I wish it was
Arguably-
as good as High Card.
Yeah.
Like, High Card had its issues, but it was never this bad.
A shame.
Mm-hmm. This is just an absolute shame.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna see if it gets better in episode 2 because I don't think it will,
Mm-mm.
and it's not worth the
Doubt it.
annoyance that it's gonna put me through.
Yeah, no, I just... No. This is disappointing. By far the most disappointing premiere.
But speaking of, once again, things that annoy me, moving on to our next show, Mashle, Magic and Muscles.
Honestly, this was pretty mediocre.
It's a mediocre series.
It got a couple sensible chuckles out of me here and there, but it was overall just kind of bland.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed. But I'm more than willing to give it a few episodes, like because there
I'll
are
give
some
it a-
things I do like it.
I'll give it up to episode 3 to actually get me to laugh out loud, but I didn't like do more than just like, or not even that. I just like, or just like breathe out my nose, and that's it.
The music's surprisingly good.
The music is good. I will give it that.
Yeah, that there's some bangers in here, and the animation was solid too.
Yeah.
It is
Like
A1.
my other big issue with this one though is like, this is a massive fucking sausage fest, even by shonen standards. Like, there is one female character, and one of her main character traits has a crush on the protagonist.
Man.
Yep.
So the person doing the music is Masaru Yokoyama, who's done the music for Surene, Urusei Yatsura, Ao Ashi, Fruits Basket, Horimiya.
Oh damn,
He's been all over the place.
Yep.
dude has a stacked ass resume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, the music
I've-
is good.
Yeah, I've read like 20 chapters of this. Most of it hate reading. I
Why do
really
you do
don't
that
like
to
the
yourself,
series.
Bill? Why?
Because again, I got in an argument with people. I'd read the first I think maybe 2 or 3 chapters. I got into an argument with somebody who said, "Oh, it gets better." I went, "No, it fucking doesn't." Read the next 17 chapters. Went, "No, it doesn't get better. I'm not reading any more of this to say that it doesn't get better."
Why is the main cast so fucking good? Chiaki Kobayashi, Kaito Ishikawa, Taki Yaguchi, Reina Ueda, Yuki Kaji. What the fuck? They got actual big names for this one. God damn it.
Yeah, because it's a big Shonen Jump adaptation. Like this is one of the standard bearers for the new generation.
That's disappointing.
It is disappointing. Now you know how I've felt all this goddamn time.
Yeah.
Well, I still want to give it more time to properly judge it because I didn't dislike it. So
I'm gonna give it a 3-episode rule just to be on the safe side, but I don't see myself doing all that much with it.
I'll probably give it maybe a bit more because I do know some people that really do love it. So, but
I don't know if it's really worth it. But
for the music, I'll do it for the music. I'll do it for
honestly,
I'll do it for the music.
I might just listen to the soundtrack after the show's done.
That soundtrack's gonna go crazy.
Soundtrack goes fucking pops off. But yeah, moving on to one of Mill's potential favorites of the season.
Before we move on, I do want to make note that it is storming really badly over here. So if I just suddenly disappear,
Right.
that's
Okay.
That's probably why.
Fair enough.
You've been thunderstruck?
No, but I might get sucked into a tornado.
Oof. Good luck.
Tell us how Munchkinland is.
I will.
Moving on though to Meisei Story Season 2, and I have to reiterate, I missed the dub, and it's for one character in particular in this episode that I really missed the dub, Nishimura, because in the dub he's voiced by Ian Sinclair, and he is just fucking perfect, and just when he did that rant about how To and Otami had to go see their mother in hospital, I was just like, I wish Ian Sinclair was given this monologue. It would be so great.
Yeah.
It would be so over the top and hammy, but I just can't help it. And the weird thing is, why they gave Nishimura this voice actor, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about when I say the name, Ryusui Nakao. Fucking Frieza.
What?
Why? I don't know. They got Frieza. This cast is stacked.
Yeah.
The main 4 characters: Maya Uchida, Yuma Uchida, Yuki Kaji, Kana Hanazawa.
What the hell?
This cast is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
I don't know entirely why.
What the actual hell?
But as said, I just couldn't get it out of my head. I miss Howard Wang. I miss Clifford Chapin. I miss Danny Chambers. I miss Madeline Morris. Fucking Ian Sinclair. Chris Sabat as Nishimura's dad, even though he didn't appear in this episode.
Jesus Christ! What the hell is this cast?
Like I just miss them so much. And that's not. This episode was still good, and I still enjoyed this episode, but I know I'm just gonna keep missing that dub. We did get introduced to a new character this episode, though. What's his fucking name? Kenji Nishiki.
Ah, yes, the guy who keeps getting into fights.
No, the guy who keeps falling down shrine stairs.
Oh, right, yes. Right.
Dang, Yuma Uchida's busy this season.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
He has, I believe, 8 roles this season. Jesus.
Wow, okay.
Fuck me. Oh, but 2 of them were in the same show. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still a lot, Jesus.
He's also in a fair amount next season as well.
Dude's busy. So is Yuki Kaji, but that's Yuki Kaji for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just Yuki Kaji.
Yeah. But yeah, we're in the Twins' second year. Imakawa is captain again, which is quite nice. I like him. He's a chill dude.
Yeah.
Except when the fucking that was a funny fucking moment. The fucking ramen shop deciding to turn into a normal cafe so he can watch the Meisei games, and then putting his beers on their tab.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, going by I think it was the OP. It looks like we're gonna get Natsuno from the junior high team. Nishiki is probably
Finally.
yeah. I like him as well. Like he's dumb, but he's quite funny.
Yeah, he's also surprisingly capable. So
yeah. We're probably going to get Nishiki in the team at some point, regardless of the trouble he could cause. And it looks like Ryo is going to join the baseball team at some point.
that's what I'm most curious about.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, this is good old mix again. Like
Yeah, it's back.
chill ass baseball shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is
with some goofy meta humor every now and then.
yeah, that was good. The fucking narrator, male lead 1, male lead 2, female lead 1. It's yeah. I do love the meta humor of Mix.
Yeah.
And again, it's because fucking Adachi has been at this for like 40 years now, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna add in like meta humor to this. But yeah, I'm gonna continue missing the dub, but obviously keep watching the sub.
Mix is good though.
It's absolutely good.
I'm so happy it's back, especially
Yeah.
after rewatching the first season because that was just such a joy.
Yeah. No, it is so good.
Yeah.
But let's move on to another pretty big sequel. We move on to Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury Season 2.
In the fallout of the slappening.
It's the slappening, yes.
Don't know what else to call it.
Wait. Would that be the slappening or the splattening?
Yes.
The splattening.
The
But yeah,
slappening,
things-
the slappening has a better rhythm to it.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like things wrapped up pretty well. Looks like they're not allowed to talk about the incident, which understandable.
Mm-hmm. So many NDAs to be signed.
Yeah. And it also looks like Miorine isn't too mad at Soletta and largely
she knows who's responsible for the bullshit.
yeah, she largely blames her mom.
Yeah, because to be fair, Lady Prospero probably is to blame.
Yeah, and I mean even she went a little too far, but
You know, they're setting up for some interesting stuff. I do like that Anika's subplot is starting to pay off.
yeah.
Well. And we got the two Earthian Gundam chicks who are going to be very interesting to deal with.
The Goku and the non-Goku.
Yeah, what would you call her, anyways? Hard to say.
The straight man, I guess.
Number, can you look at yourself and tell me that anyone in the show is 100% straight?
Okay, you know what I meant when I say that. You know what I meant when I said that.
I am mostly joking.
No.
But that ED,
It was
though,
funny.
That
ED is ridiculous. That
is absolutely lovely. It is
That
just
is-
so beautiful.
It's an insane ED. That absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, no, it's great. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Really
I-
good. And yeah, not a lot really happens.
This is mostly just a setup and resolution for the season finale from last time. Still good
Pretty-
stuff though.
Yeah. Also, Soletta just plowing through mobile suit after mobile suit with
Yeah.
hardly even trying. Also, the aerial is got an upgrade, so
Yep.
very cool.
I love how all the rival pilots did not seem to account for the bits that Soletta uses to her advantage every goddamn time.
Yeah. And next week we're getting our real fight between Soletta and what's her name again?
Mm-hmm.
The Goku.
I think it's Sophie.
Sophie. Okay.
That wackadoo.
Sorry, these Japanese names are hard to remember sometimes.
Sophie is quite possibly the least Japanese name.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
That's the joke. I need that on the soundboard as well.
But yeah, no. This is just going to be a real fun time.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of stacked casts, the cast of the show continues to be stacked as hell.
Yes.
Right, Noria, that was the other girl's name.
Mm.
And she's voiced by Aoi Yuki?
Wait, what?
What?
What? I forget how many different kinds of roles she can play.
Aoi Yuki is in fucking everything, to be fair.
Also,
Yeah.
hi again, Gensato.
Yep. He's playing a minor character in this one, though.
Still
So
there.
that's a positive for him. He has less work he needs to do. But yeah, Aoi Yuki's in fucking everything. She's, of course, in Demon Slayer. And the Gridman universe. Oh yeah, I forgot she was an Inspector last season. Oh my god.
They're gonna wear out these actors.
Honestly, some of them I assume love getting all the extra work.
I'm sure, but
Excuse me.
Speaking
Yeah.
of ever-present voice actors, guess who we haven't heard this season yet?
Your favorite voice actor, Kenjiro Suda?
Indeed. Indeed.
I'm gonna look it up, see if he's in anything this
what's
season.
he in this season? He's gonna show up somewhere.
He's gonna.
He's gonna. He always does. Let me see.
Okay, let's see. He is, Huh.
Oh.
He's not in anything this season.
Not that's listed. At least not of yet. Not that we know of.
Yeah.
Give it
He
time.
hasn't been in anything, that is, like, an ongoing series since 2 Year Eternity.
Wow.
I dropped that.
Like, he's been in a bunch of, ONAs, but he won't be in, like, an actual ongoing TV series, at least none that we know until a year from now.
Yep,
Yeah.
2024, Idolmaster.
I'm sure he'll show up somewhere though. I'm sure.
He absolutely will.
He
Well,
has
like,
to. We're gonna be watching Mix, and then all of a sudden, Kenjiro Suda's gonna show up as a new character. He'd be like,
I mean,
there he is.
That's the good thing. He doesn't fit into Mix.
That won't stop him.
I have a higher opinion of Mix's casting team, especially with the cast they've put together already.
And it's about to get even
mention,
better.
If it happens, then yeah, I'm just gonna stop watching and fucking go. All right, I'm waiting for the dub then. Fuck you, Suda.
No.
Fuck you,
How
Suda.
dare
I'll
you.
wait for the dub. It's gonna come eventually.
No.
Oh, yeah. Gundam is good, as always.
Yeah, it's very good. I can't wait to see where things go from here.
Yeah. Fingers crossed that's little, rip Sophie a new one.
Not literally though.
Not literally, no, but metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this will be interesting, and you know what? There is one character we haven't seen, actually, in the fallout of last season.
Oh
Bob.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah?
haven't seen Bob.
Bob.
It'll be interesting to see what happened with Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
But yeah, no, this is good stuff, and I am very hyped for more. I am very curious if this will be the last season of Witch for Mercury, or if it's going to have the customary 4 cores that most Gundam series do.
Who knows?
I don't.
I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on.
Moving on to the first of 4 shows that begin with my 4 fucking shows. we move on to my Clueless First Friend.
This was honestly a pretty sweet show.
I've heard good things about it. And
Yeah, it's really sweet. It helps a lot that the two leads have just really nice chemistry with each other, and yeah, it's just sweet. Really hard to go wrong with it. Like there is some notable bullying going on, but it's kind of hard to really notice it too much since most of the bullying is like immediately dispelled by the male co-lead just being an incorrigible ball of sunshine who's like, but you don't, this doesn't make sense. You say she's like this super powerful Grim Reaper, but you also say like this other thing that contradicts that. It's like, which one is it? I thought she was powerful. So it's just really sweet seeing him be like a delightful dumb doofus.
As I said, I'm just waiting for the dub to come out, and I think it is coming out relatively soon.
I believe so, yes. I think it's scheduled for this weekend?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Or next weekend?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
so you'll only be two
I'll give it a watch then,
episodes behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this one's a sweet one. Also, yeah, there's not really much else to say about this one other than it's pretty sweet, but it's up to where there is bullying in it, so it does handle it fairly well, I think.
Good.
But yeah, it also helps that everyone involved is just an elementary school kid, so there's not a lot of like the harsher shit that goes on in middle school and high school.
Moving on to a show that has, I'm fairly sure, the complete opposite vibes to this.
Oh boy.
My Home Hero. I thought about watching this, and then once again I read reviews and went, nah, I'm gonna leave this one alone.
No, I was in that same boat, Mel. How is it, Nmbr? How is this one?
I mostly enjoy it so far.
That's nice to hear.
It's an interesting premise for an anime for sure.
Yeah, this does sound more like a high concept crime thrill that you'd see Hollywood produce.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dude's daughter gets into a pretty fucked up relationship with a guy. It turns out that he plans on killing this girl. The father tries to intervene, ends up killing the guy, and now him and his wife work together to try to get away with the perfect murder. And while also trying to avoid the gang that this guy was a part of.
So first questions first. But why though? Why was this dude trying to kill the girl?
I don't know actually. I'm not quite certain, honestly, because his motivation didn't really make much sense. Because like he had a history of like basically milking these girls for everything they got, all the financial gain that they can, and then just killing them off, which I don't really know how that works, but okay. But yeah, so but he confirmed that yeah, he was going to kill her, so he did what he felt he had to. Which, I mean, he was a piece of shit that beat her and shit, so, yeah, I can't really fault him for that. Something that's kind of amusing is that, like, the way he gets rid of the body and everything is inspired by, like, the hundreds of mystery novels he's read, because he's obsessed with those. So those basically serve as his inspiration and what gives him all these ideas. So
what, does he like get him to buy cement shoes or some shit?
No, he fucking boils the body, and then like puts the I don't know, I forget what they're planning to do with the bones, but like the skin and all that they're gonna use with to turn into like fertilizer.
Oh.
Yeah. And the way they all try to avoid this while the Yakuza are trying to figure out what the fuck happened to this guy, because they haven't even confirmed that he's dead yet. But they like planted bugs in their house. They have cars parked outside, spying on them and shit. They're following them around. It's like the way that he tries to avoid them and plan ahead is pretty interesting, actually. Um, yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. There are some off points about it. There's just a few things that feel weird. It's like why some characters think this way, or why some of this dialogue feels a little off.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure how to describe
I hear
it.
there's this one bit where the guy who gets murked is boasting about beating his girlfriend. It's like, who talks like that?
Yeah, and stuff like that. And that's just not just with the assholes, but with like all the characters. It's just a little bit weird, and some weird logic applied here and there. But like pushing that aside, I am enjoying it so far. There was one thing I wanted to point out, and I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, the Yakuza, the head of the Yakuza, is also like he really cares about his son, which happens to be the guy that was killed. So when he confirms his son's death, he's gonna throw down the gauntlet. So I'm curious to see how things go there. But yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. It's surprisingly pretty good. Animation's kind of meh, but aside from that, and like I mentioned before, some of the weird character stuff, it's enjoyable, and it's a unique concept for anime. So
That's good.
yeah, so I'll stick with it for now.
All right. Moving on then to again a show with. Okay, this has some very very slim similarities, but we move on to. Let's just get the name up. My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999.
This one's a nice one. I do
Yeah,
enjoy.
I enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Mhm.
The protagonist is an absolute disaster of a woman at this point, though.
Yes, and it's very amusing.
It is. Yeah, like the one issue I can see some people taking with this maybe is just the slight age difference in that she is an adult. She's like 19 and he's I think 17ish.
Yeah, he's still in high school and she's in college.
Yeah, but it's only a 2-year age difference, and it's not really. It's far from the worst I've seen in anime.
Yeah, and to be fair, like by the time a relationship is established, he might be in college. So who knows?
Yeah, fingers crossed he graduates. Before they
Yeah,
actually get to anything.
because that's probably my biggest issue with it
Yeah.
so far. That's a thing that I can't get out of my mind. It's like this dude's still in high school. That's a little weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the age gap isn't like a deal breaker.
It's
in
not
this point.
horrible, but it's just a little bit.
It's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's otherwise still a fun show, and again, she is an absolute disaster of a person.
And Yamada just does not give a shit.
Yamada's a fun dude as well.
Yeah, he just wants to play his games and mind his own business, and just live his life.
I can't blame
Meanwhile,
him for
Akane
that.
is just crumbling around him.
Yeah, I cannot blame him for that. But
No, I really can't either.
He only just started dealing with this shit, and he's already done with it.
Yeah, especially when confronted by Akane of all people. Like,
Akane is just a lot as a person, if we're being honest. She's just a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just like a really fun rom-com.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it so far.
As am I.
I do like how Yamada didn't just be an asshole and actually did, take care of her a little bit.
yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. The one thing I will say is, obviously, with the premise, it does remind me of Recovery of an MMO Junkie, and
Understandable.
Obviously, this is not a fair comparison to make, given that it's a finished series and this is based on one episode, but the comparisons are not altogether favorable for Yamada-kun.
I mean, they are fairly different in what they are, presenting.
It's more a case of preference of character archetypes, like let me just quickly get the page up so I can remember names. I like Morioka's character archetype more than I like Akane's.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And we're yet to get a character in this series that's as good as Best Boy Koiwai.
Mm.
And as I said, it's not fair to necessarily compare the two series, but I can't help but, think about it with the vibes this show is putting out.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Just a shame that the director of MMO Junkie turned out to be a bastard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Mm.
Just a shame, but oh well.
I hope this director is,
Been
that kind of guy.
Yeah. Been having to deal with that a lot over the past several years, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I mean,
this show is still fun.
Interesting
Yeah.
that this is done by fucking Madhouse of all studios.
Yeah, that's
I know,
that's pretty
it's
weird.
So wild.
And also, don't worry, if Yamada-kun's director turns out to be shitty, there's going to be a lot more people upset, because he's also the director of Chihayafuru.
Oh
no! Oh no!
And funnily enough, you mentioned this show number. He did storyboarding and episode directing for Monster.
There's no way.
Well, we don't know if he's actually a bastard. or
that's-
not.
that's the-
no,
I
no,
know.
just posting a hypothetical.
I know, but that's just that's just a sad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he also storyboarded for Black Lagoon.
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
Damn. Okay,
He's
he's
been
been
around.
around. He's been around, yeah.
Oh, he also did Story Online.
Yeah.
Oh, specifically the ED. Specifically
Okay.
the ending. The first ending. Okay.
Oh, he did storyboarding for Kaiji as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he directed My Love Story. Just the
Oh.
original My Love Story.
Cool.
It's not with
Yes.
Yamada-kun.
Yeah, that's just Orimon.
Yeah. Just regular My Love Story.
Mm-hmm.
Also, fuck Akane's ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely
Oh,
shitty
fuck
thing
that
to
Oh
do.
no! What an asshole!
Yeah.
Fuck that
Like-
guy.
Like he apparently started a relationship with someone else while he was still seeing her, which is objectively shitty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I remember this. Did anyone else find the ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend's design off-putting?
Yes.
Yeah, it was weird, especially the
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
And somewhat, implications not great. I don't know, dude fell for this bimbo sort of thing. I don't know what exactly had a...
No, I
Verbalize
get
those
what
vibes,
you're
but,
getting at, and
the design...
I get it.
The design gives off a certain impression, and it's not a good impression.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I think that just might be an intentional way of saying hey, this dude is shallow and also an asshole.
I get it, but I don't know. It's just somewhat off-putting for me. This, I'm definitely gonna keep watching this, but there are things holding it back to my mind.
Yeah. I can say after watching a few more episodes, I do like it more as it's gone on. So
I still need to watch episode 3, but episode 2 was really good.
episode 3 is fun, especially the very end. Make sure to watch after the credits.
I was just about to
I
mention.
love post credits.
I was just about to mention the post credits for the premiere because that was quite funny.
Yeah.
Akane trying to be unique and buy a cute hairstyle only to find everyone else has bought that same hairstyle.
That is a real
Yeah.
thing that happens in games like these, unfortunately.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Akane's friend is also very fun.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be the Koi Y.
Maybe.
Perhaps
But
we shall see.
We can move on to another show that is not as is creepier. The vibes are way worse for this show. We move on to my one-hit kill sister. Have fun, Nmbr.
Have fun? You expect me to have fun with a show like this? With okay. Let me start from the top. Okay, so our main protagonist, this young man, he's a decent young man. He gets hit by a truck while saving this little girl, who was about to get hit.
As one does.
And, yes, and gets isekai in the process. You can tell immediately this is a decent kid, and he's excited to be in this fantasy world. He although he was upset to die before the new Armored Core came out. That's pretty weird that was referenced, but that's pretty cool too. He proceeds to talk about other video games too. Like I think he referenced Final Fantasy and a few other ones. Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, and Witcher 3. Although he didn't name those directly. It's just like just weird, like just similar names. But you could tell what he was referencing.
Skyrim and Witcher 3.
Yeah, Skyrim. I love Skyrim.
I preferred Oblivion.
Oblivion's great. So yeah, he does the generic isekai thing. And sells his original clothes, gets some cash, buys new ones, joins the Adventurers Guild, yada 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 yada. Is about to get killed by this dragon immediately. And then his last moments, he's like, "Fuck, I need my sister here." And then his sister suddenly appears, which the way she's isekai'd is actually pretty weird, because our main protagonist, he didn't actually die. He was just in a coma, and like as a result, his sister just kept bashing her head against the wall until she was also in a coma. And that's how she got isekai'd. And for some reason, when she got isekai'd, she has like ridiculously maxed stats in pretty much everything. So she kills the dragon, and you guessed it, one hit. So, and she's very
One Punch Man but 1,000 times worse.
well. I'm getting to that because you guessed it. This sister, she really likes her brother. She likes her brother a lot. She likes her brother a lot. Like way too much. Oh my god, bruh. I don't think I need to say more.
You
So,
don't. You
yeah.
really don't.
Also, I forgot to mention something I fucking hate. The animation in the show is really good, and that pisses me off.
Because they wasted good animation on this trash.
I will always look back at Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer and just oh my god, why did this show get this animation and that show is left to die? Terrible, absolutely terrible. This show is just yeah, and he even acknowledges that his sister is a fucking degenerate because he calls her that. So, oh my god. But yeah, so that's my one-hit kill sister. If you haven't guessed, I am not going to be continuing this show
Shocker.
because it's really creepy and bad. The animation's really good for some reason. But yeah. Moving on.
to another one of your shows, I believe.
Oh,
move-
God.
Move on to Opus.COLOURs.
Yeah, Opus.COLOURs. Oh,
Yeah, read
boy,
reviews for this and got turned off it as well.
There's nothing to fucking say about this show. It's just... Also, you added the U. Fuck you. Take off that... I'm taking off that U.
No, fuck you.
No, there aren't... No, there's no U in this in this show title, okay? Shut up. Alright, so...
But there
So-
isn't us.
Okay. Alright, so... This show's just kind of boring. So
That's alright.
in this world, there's this thing called, I think, perception art. It's not explained how it's made or how it works. But it just exists, and it's like the hot shit, I guess. And we have our three young men protagonists who are all into that, and to make it. Yes, they really want to make it. They go to this dedicated school for it. One of the three friends kind of just became a Sasuke for some reason. Don't really know why. There's some sort of like thing that happened with one of the characters' parents or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's kind of just an asshole. For some reason, so like there's two different kinds of students at this school. There are I think it's called like the grafters or something, and then there are the artists. The grafters are like the producers, and the artists are the people that actually make the fucking pieces, however the fuck that works. And they're completely separated for some reason. I don't really understand why. It doesn't really make any sense, and it's not explained. But these students literally need to work together in order to make their pieces, so it's really weird that they're so separated. And like the only way they ever really get together is for like joint projects, which makes like no sense, but whatever.
Sounds really weird.
Yeah, also like so something that also confused me. So it's like I think it's because like the episode starts at like the beginning of their school year, I think. But like but by the but they took tests or classes or whatever like partway through. I don't know. This was really weirdly paced, and just a lot of things just don't make sense. But like, and certain students were like selected for like this big project for the school, and they have to work together in order for it to be made. And it's like, but it's like, how are students being selected if it's so early in the school year? Like, what? It's just it's really weird, and it doesn't feel like it's well thought out at all. And it's just, yeah, it was just pretty boring as well. So not a whole lot else to say about it. The show's kind of just, yeah, it just kind of exists, and I don't think it knows what it is. So also the cast is like apparently fucking huge, but like we only really meet like 3 characters. So, but yeah.
I wonder who if they got any big names on this one. Oh Jesus Christ! That's Mousescore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yuma Uchida, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Jun Fukuyama, Nobunaga Shimazaki. Yeah, there's a few big names here and there.
Yeah.
It's not the most stacked cast of the season. There are a few others that definitely outperform that, but
Yeah.
we'll
With-
get
with
into those.
With such a big male cast, you have to have a few bangers in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are some. There's hell yeah. There are some really good names here. Hold on, jeez. They got Jun Fukuyama. But yeah, that's Opus.COLOURs. This show's not very good. I'm not going to be continuing it.
I mean,
Moving on.
I'm a little disappointed because the concept seemed kind of interesting.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's on its own. It's not bad. It's just like they just don't do anything good with it.
Yeah, no, the execution seems to be the thing letting it down, which, you know,
Yeah,
always possible.
yeah.
Moving on to one of the most talked about shows this season, by far.
Number 1 on Mal currently.
Moving
Holy
on
shit.
to Otaku Elf.
Wait, what?
Sorry,
Okay.
I missed a little minor show in the middle between those two. Moving on to Oshi no Ko.
God damn, did this make a splash?
Yeah, this is a little show.
Like, I was expecting it to be big, but holy shit.
Yeah. All
Now,
right.
let's get your argument thing out of the way, because I disagree with your stance
First
here.
things first. Let's be brutally honest. It does not deserve that 9.3.
I believe that is excessive, yes.
On the first episode alone, no, it doesn't.
No, I do feel like it should be in the upper 8 range, though, at least.
Not even after a bloated first episode.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna say that it was bad for being a 80 minutes long.
82 minutes, I believe.
But I don't think it was necessary.
The issue there is that if they had made it in individual episodes, it would have dragged out the prologue arc across a few weeks and kind of gave people false expectations as to what the overall show would be about.
Yeah, exactly. Because a reminder, like, the actual main plot of the show doesn't kick in until, like, after chapter 10.
It's like the whole first volume is the prologue of the actual story.
Like
they had to adapt it in one go in order to, like, get through that so that the main story could happen. But at the same time, they want to actually dedicate time to it rather than just skimming through it like a lesser production would.
Yeah.
Like shows haven't done that before, have pulled that twist and pulled the rug out under the viewers in, like, episode 3.
I get that, but at the same time, I feel like it works best here because this is its own distinctive storyline that feels like it would work as its own standalone piece.
Also, I think it's worth mentioning that if it were just, like, a normal 23-minute episode, then it would have ended on the whole pregnancy reincarnation thing, and that would turn off a lot of people. I know because literally my friend dropped the manga after chapter 1 because of that, and
I mean,
and getting him to watch episode 1 was like pulling teeth. So yeah,
I remember the reaction to the first chapter dropping online. It was pretty much a unanimous Akasaka, what the fuck?
yeah, literally.
I will give you that. I still don't think it was necessary, but I will acquiesce to that.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying for sure. Like, because the whole big twist thing happening after a few episodes, like, that has been done before. But also, most shows aren't this weird in its starting point. So
it needed to get its feet under it first, and doing so by, like, focusing on the story of Ai and her 2 reincarnated children is basically how they managed to do that really well.
Can we talk about
it's certainly a lot, but
can we talk about how kind of gross it is that I is 16?
Yeah,
but the story goes a lot into details about, like, how shitty the entertainment industry is.
Yeah.
It is, like, the overall manga is, like, does not pull punches.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how creepy it is that Goro was creeping on I at 16?
That was definitely weird, but it also never comes up again. So.
Yeah. And also, as an aside, once he actually has her as a patient, he is very professional with her overall.
Yeah.
So I do get what you're saying, Mel, but, like, it's only really a weird issue for, like, the first couple scenes, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is stuff contributing to me not especially liking Goro and then Aqua.
No, I get that.
I
Aqua
get it.
actually is his own distinctive character, to be fair.
Basically, yeah.
Goro. They're basically 2 very different people
I'm
because of their
sure
different
he
experiences.
is now, but, you know, in the episode he is not.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But as the show goes on, it becomes a lot more clear that they are very different individuals. I know there was also concern brought up about the female characters getting sidelined for his story, and That's not the case.
Yeah, luckily that doesn't really happen, especially as it goes on. Because
Yeah.
wow.
There are most of the main cast is female characters, and they all have very distinctive personalities and roles in the story.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Aqua is the only main male character of the story, and it's not a harem or anything like that either, which is also a positive.
Yeah.
Only 2 female characters express an actual romantic interest in him.
Yeah. There's a bit of a triangle, but
It's not a full-on harem situation or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the female cast is really good in this.
Yeah. But basically, trust the author on this one.
It's the Kaguya author.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Also, like, the characters in this are just really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've seen some people comment on, like, the double standards revolving around, like, Ruby and her behaviors. And that's not really the case.
Yeah.
Her attitudes basically stem from the fact that she was very young when she died.
I mean, yeah, she was 12.
Yeah, she was 12.
Yeah.
So she does not have the emotional maturity that Aqua does. Because he was, like, probably in his late 20s or so when he died.
Can I just state that I kind of find it weird he just sort of forgets about him dying?
That is definitely kind of weird.
He forgets about what now?
The fact that he was murdered.
Yeah,
Like he
that
doesn't-
is kind of
obviously-
dropped into like the very end.
Obviously, he is a kid, but, he finds ways to do other stuff, and, like, he just never, like, goes, maybe I should make sure my old body is found. Maybe I should, maybe worry. Oh, God.
No comment.
Maybe I should, be a little worried about the guy who stabbed and killed me.
To be fair, he wasn't actually stabbed. He was just pushed off a cliff.
Okay,
Yeah.
the guy who pushed me off a cliff and killed me.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be a little worried about how, obsessed with he is.
Yeah, that is definitely a thing there. That's a little. Well,
Yeah.
why didn't he think of that?
Like, obviously, I'm not saying he should have, gone full fucking Sherlock Holmes and, found him instantly. But I'm just like, maybe he should at least be thinking about, is this a little bit bad? Maybe I should be thinking about what this could do what could happen with this in the future. This guy has already murdered one person. I wonder if he'll do it again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You do have a good point there. To be fair, it's even weirder that he did in fact remember that. Oh, maybe I should thank that killer for putting me in this position.
Yeah.
It's like.
Maybe that's why he didn't think about it too hard.
Yeah, he was just too busy enjoying himself. To be fair, he was kind of living the good life for a while.
Well, it fucking backfired on him. The other thing,
Yes, it did.
The other thing I'm gonna point out that's sort of like story breaking is how the fuck did those kids not get found out?
That's pretty
How
insane.
the legitimate fuck were they not found out? Everyone must have the intelligence of a brick around them.
To be fair, Aqua at least is judged to be rather precocious for his age, and I think he's like three or so, close to 4.
With the with the director, I think it's more that he's excited to have a child actor that can actually, speak.
Yeah,
And therefore act properly. Speaking
child
of
actors are notoriously difficult to work.
Yeah. Speaking of the director, why did he keep stubbing out like full cigarettes? Was he actually smoking them? He seemed to
Maybe he's
take
trying to
one
break the
drag and
habit.
then stub them the fuck out.
Maybe he's trying to break the habit. You don't know.
He
Yeah.
didn't seem to be trying very hard.
But yeah, no, I do like that this series has such a deep understanding and critique of the entertainment industry, though. Just be aware that there's going to be some really dark shit covered in this show.
Yeah, very true. Can I mention how well executed a lot of scenes in this show, in this premiere were, especially the death scene.
No, you're not allowed to mention it.
Okay. Right.
No, go ahead.
Honestly,
Because that was incredibly well done.
Mm-hmm. That actually got me to outright cry, because god damn, like the voice acting, the music, the directorial choices, all just
The animation.
yeah, all just absolutely beautiful and just absolutely heartbreaking.
Just that shot of Ai's corpse is like basically 1-1 with the manga, and it looks just as disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
No,
I
you
did
see the
notice
light
that.
fade from her eyes, and it's just like
I did notice how creepy that looked. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so disturbing.
And that's intentional. That's
Yeah.
very intentional.
Yeah.
Like, there is no beauty to be found in death. It is an ugly, ugly thing. It's not. It's part of life, but it is a very ugly thing when it comes too soon.
Oh, this is the artist that did Scum's Wish.
Yep. She's really good.
I think that
She is a
makes sense.
really good artist.
That sort of makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like her work a lot better when she's not in the writer's seat, to be honest. But yes, no, really good. Really good work.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, the animation in this overall is just absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that whole music video bit with Ai doing her idol performance is just absolutely great.
Doga gonna Doga Koba.
Yeah. Glad they're doing another good show instead of, a lot of their other fare.
Yeah. Doga Kobo seems to alternate between doing legitimately great shit and doing absolute trash.
Yeah. They've been doing more good stuff lately, though, so...
True. Yeah, they did, Shikimori, they did, this, of course. They did Senpai is Annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of their more recent output has been on the better side. The only recent one that's been shit was, another Wada 10 production, which is just... I can't say that without feeling the urge to vomit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, back to the good shit, though. I am very much looking forward to seeing what they'll cover in this season.
Sorry,
What's that, Mel?
I've just come up with something that takes even longer to then just change the direction of the story entirely. Vinland Saga.
Yeah?
Vinland Saga's whole first season is a prologue.
Yeah. But to be fair, it's a great prologue.
That's the thing, though. Vinland Saga is a story that can be broken broadly up into, what, like 4 or 5 acts?
Closer to probably 3.
Well, regardless, the first season is basically Act 1.
Yeah, essentially.
But this is very much just a prologue to the overall story.
Yeah.
Because it's not a proper first act. The show shifts substantially into to a different gear once this part ends. But yeah, the rest of the cast besides the 3 leads are also really good, though. I also really like the bit with Aqua and Ruby basically tricking Miyako into thinking they're gods.
Again, that is not an intelligent woman.
To be fair, I mean, these are literal babies just speaking full sentences in front of you. How would you read that?
There aren't that many logical deductions to take from that.
In Japan, I'm fairly sure there is some precedent there in terms of story.
But yeah,
fair enough, I guess.
Speaking of stacked casts, Rie Takahashi as I was just fucking phenomenal. Megumi Han, Lin.
Oh, Aqua is voiced by Hyoma from Mononogatari.
Oh,
Hey.
interesting.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and there's also Kento Ito plays his past life Goro. Trying to remember what else he's been in that I can remember. Oh, he's in Mordecai. Yeah, no, there's a pretty good cast in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, of course, looking forward to seeing a certain character who won't be in for several episodes, but she's one of my faves. But that won't be for a while.
I think we've covered Oshinoko pretty well.
Oshinoko is just a really good premiere, and it's easily one of the must-watch shows of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
There's only a handful of shows that I can honestly say, like, you need to watch this. This is really fucking good.
Yeah. What are you saying, Mel?
well, time to move on to the objectively better show that is Otaku Elf.
Yes, clearly the better show.
I'm mostly just memeing.
Otaku Elf, to be fair, is a nice show. It's just not up
Is
to the
it?
level of Oshinoko.
I wasn't too sure about this, judging up by its previews, but okay.
It's a fun show. It helps that there is a little bit of a heart to it with the relationship between Elda and Koido. They just have a really fun dynamic with each other. But yeah, no, there's a lot of really funny gags with Elda just being an absolute otaku shut-in that just play off on that. It doesn't get to be too one note though, because it also plays into like, oh hey, these characters just have really fun interactions with each other. There's a lot of chemistry amongst the main cats, so they bounce off each other really well. They have really fun personality clashes.
Okay.
And the series doesn't. Excuse me. The series doesn't force Koido to always be the straight man, because she has her own wacky moments here and there. Like in the first episode, she buys a handbag to make her seem more mature, more elegant and stuff, and none of her friends are buying that image of her. It's like, yeah, no, that just looks way too expensive for you. Please stop. Yeah, it's a fun show. I'm very much enjoying it. It's not like super complex or anything, but it's nice fluff, and it's just it's a good comfort food to watch, especially like after a long week.
Duly noted.
I would definitely recommend this one. This is probably my favorite of the fluff shows this season. There's a few of them.
All right.
Okay. I might give it a shot.
Moving on.
I would definitely encourage that.
Okay. Moving on then to Ranking of Kings, the Treasure Chest of Courage.
Oh, this is a pretty obscure one. I almost didn't know about this one.
Never heard of it. But I'm glad this exists, because this seems to just be little character bits.
Yeah, little side story vignettes.
Yeah.
I knew we couldn't trust that fucking old lady.
Yeah.
I do like the trickster old lady type character.
She was pretty sus from the beginning there.
Mm-hmm.
Because initially I didn't question it, and then I thought, wait a second, why the fuck is this old lady in this fucking forest?
Yeah.
Yeah. It hindsight is just like really gonna hit you like a brick there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this is fun. I do like that they're telling a bunch of vignettes from across the series, because it really helps flesh out the characters a little bit and the
Which
world
who are already
well.
really good. So seeing more of them, I won't complain about.
Yeah, same.
The one thing
Also,
the one thing I do need is I absolutely need that fight from the OP between Boji and the Big Four to actually be in the show.
oh yes.
I need that to happen.
Also, like as soon as I finished watching
That was gorgeous, by the way. That oh my god.
yeah. As soon as I finished watching this episode, I went back and watched the second OP from the first season just because reasons.
Yeah. Because it's a masterpiece of an OP.
It is a goddamn masterpiece.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, no.
really damn good.
Maybe you should watch that for 90 minutes instead of Oshi no Ko.
You shut your mouth! Don't make me choose between my children!
Maybe you should just watch.
This OP is good too, though.
Maybe
to
you
be
should
fair.
just watch 1 minute and 30 seconds of Oshi no Ko then.
That sounds like torture. Why
Yeah,
would I only watch a minute and 30 seconds of that? Why can't I watch more?
Because you don't have time, because you're watching 90 minutes of the ranking of the Bondi OP.
I honestly could not handle watching the ranking of King's second OP for 90 minutes. I would be crying my eyes out and I would die of dehydration. The OP is too fucking good.
Sounds like you think it's more emotional than Oshi no Ko.
Okay. Shut up. You need to stop.
No, it's
I'm
90
just shit stirring
seconds
on
of
purpose
pure
now.
distilled emotion.
I'm just shit
Oshi
stirring on
balances
purpose
it out a
now.
little bit.
I'm just shit stirring on purpose now.
Yeah. But yes, the treasure chest of courage is quite fun. Just seeing more characters being characters is always good.
I loved Despa's like increasingly ludicrous outfits.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
great.
very funny.
I also do like the fact that he just winds up being like, hey, yeah, I'm not gonna be a shitbag and force you to give me all that money and not help that starving, that child and her sick mother. I'm not a shitbag.
Despa does things that makes you think for a second that maybe he is a piece of shit. He wants what he wants, but he's not going to be an asshole about it.
Exactly.
To be fair, he was like, okay, I will help them, but they're gonna pay me the fuck back.
I mean, that's still like.
That's kind of the point, though. It's like,
yeah,
he's trying to like get them to a place where that they can pay him back.
Yeah. You know.
I get it. I'm just again.
Yeah. Of course.
But yeah.
But yeah, there's I don't think there's gonna be much to say about this show. As we go through the weeks, it is just gonna be this little side stories.
Yeah, but that's
Nothing wrong
good.
with that, honestly.
Yeah,
Nope,
and
not at
who
all.
knows? Maybe we'll get that fight from the OP.
Fingers
I hope
crossed.
to God.
I hope so, because that could be one of the best fights of the season.
I was gonna say,
unironically.
I was gonna say if we do get that fight, it's gonna get fight of the season.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
almost certainly.
There's a very strong chance of that. Yeah.
Oh, this is only 10 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The short one.
But I think we should move on to the reason why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion.
I believe that title was localized to just why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion, so... Yeah. The reason is not in there.
Whatever. It's all the fucking same.
It's a long-ass title. It's an isekai.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of the few good isekai this season, though.
Yeah, I would say so. Am I the only one that finds it kind of sus that the novel that she was transported to has not been named yet?
That is interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was named in the source material.
Yeah, I think there's probably a reason why the name hasn't been said, because it might reveal a certain something about the story that we don't know yet. Because Raeliana is all about like. She keeps saying, I know what you are, I know what this Duke's about, but she won't outright say what it is. So it's like,
But
And he's supposed to be the protagonist as well.
Yeah, speaking of Raeliana, though, I do like that she is a very active heroine rather than just being passively, like, dragged around by the plots.
Oh yeah, no, she wants to control her own fate, which, yeah, I would imagine she doesn't want to die a second time after,
that would be pretty sucky, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering what the reason was why she was pushed off that building like that, and we didn't even see the figure that pushed her off.
No,
either.
the figure was kind of glitchy looking. I wonder if that was like a spoiler thing or if it was like actually in-world stuff.
It was
Yeah.
it was censorship. The person was naked.
That'd be funny, but I think she would have said that.
Yeah. No.
Maybe she was
well-
embarrassed by being killed by a naked person. You don't know.
Yeah,
We don't
fair
know.
enough. Fair enough. Also, the really shitty thing is that right before she died, she got into that university she wanted.
Oh
So
man,
that just-
that sucks. That sucks.
Yeah,
that is
It
really
really sucks. Like, damn, that's just the worst. And she thought she
Ugh.
wasn't gonna get accepted either. So it's
Oh
like,
man.
just a really awful rug pull.
it's like, damn.
The universe really has it in for her.
Yeah. So hopefully she can get back to her old world, or maybe
Mhm.
she can just do good here in this new world. Which also, it was kind of weird that that one book existed, like 50 ways to break up with your boyfriend or whatever. I feel like that book wouldn't exist at this point in time in this world.
Yeah, this is like what, like mid-late 19th century England, basically.
Yeah, that's what it seems like it is, and so that book shouldn't exist. I don't think.
That book is
so-
like 70 years early.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but whatever. The way she
May-
does try breaking up with him is pretty funny.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's 70 years early in America, but you know, outside of the colonies, we got things a little earlier.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
You can tell yourself that.
Okay.
Maybe if you just paid the fucking tea tax, you wouldn't be in this position.
It's okay.
No, we will make Boston Harbor into a tea harbor.
I don't even like tea.
I actually kind of like some teas, mostly chai. But yes, no, this one's good.
Yeah,
I do like that Noah almost immediately picked up what Raeliana was throwing down. It shows like he is a pretty intuitive character, and it will be interesting to see how he responds to what she does.
Yeah, there's no real bullshit here. Things just keep moving forward, and people seem to. But both her and the Duke seem to be quick on what's happening, so that's pretty
I do-
interesting.
I do appreciate them both being quick on the uptake.
Yeah.
My one concern with this is the production values may dip just based on what I've heard from some other people who are more familiar with the industry. I'm hoping that's not the case though.
Yeah, I mean, like animation wise, it's but like I love the art a lot. I think it looks very good overall.
Yeah, the art and the storyboarding is really nice. It's just I am concerned about the animation quality.
Yeah, that's one thing I was kind of worried about as well when this was first announced.
The studio does not have a particularly long history.
Yeah,
That tracks. That tracks.
I don't recognize most of any of these shows, frankly.
I do not either.
One Room, Sengoku Nightblood. I do recognize Osunly Egyptian God, but I never watched it.
yeah, I recognize that. I recognize One Room for all the wrong reasons,
Oof.
and Roommate for again all the wrong reasons.
None of these have particularly good scores. That's not great.
Yeah, I don't. It's pretty amusing when you learn what these shows are, but I won't say anything.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah, we can talk later. But yeah, back to Raeliana. I am enjoying this show, so I do hope it's their first really good work.
Yeah. Honestly, I do appreciate that we're getting like a proper shoujo type isekai rather than like dumb otome game stuff or dumb shonen bullshit
Yeah.
like most isekai are.
Yeah. It's real nice.
No, the otome game ones haven't really worn out their welcome yet for me.
No, I'll always watch Baccarina.
Ocarina's fun. Probably
Baccarina's.
should have ended with the end of season 1, honestly, but it's still fun.
Yeah, it's still real fun.
But moving on from a fairly quality show to something that's not remotely as good.
Oh, okay.
Moving on to Rokudo's Bad Girls.
This one's bad.
Is
This
it
one's
bad?
really fucking bad.
Isn't that the point? It's about bad girls.
Oh. This one is low quality. This one is below mediocre. This one is inadequate for my needs. This one is awful.
So I haven't seen anything of this show yet, but I will say I do not like the art style.
The art style is a very like early '90s, and it is not everyone's vibe, and it is definitely not my vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So sell me on this show.
no, fuck this show. So a big issue with this show is that the premise is based off of the protagonist Rokudo getting a magic spell that basically magically brainwashes bad girls, as they are called, into falling in love with him and wanting to do what he wants and says.
Oh.
It's really gross as a premise, and the only reason it's not grosser is because he's a spineless wimp.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, it could be so much worse, but it's still really fucking
Imagine
gross.
if the legendary hero is dead had that power.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Why would you make us imagine that, Bill?
Because it's funny.
You know,
No, it's not.
honestly, if he tries hard enough, he might. Because like a lot of people love the legendary hero, so it's like if he convinces them that he's the hero, they might just do whatever he wants.
Ugh, gross. But this
Yeah.
one's also gross.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish it was not even like that kind of premise. Like, there's so much potential in like having him genuinely win over like this delinquent Sukeban girl by just not being full of bullshit and actually being a decent human being to her and not being a threat. But no, they decided to go with magic brainwashing.
Sounds fun.
It is not. Also, the animation is just really weak, and the art style does not vibe with me.
What studio did this?
Hmm.
That's it.
Oh, satellite, really?
Really?
Satellite? What? Oh, you're working on Helk. That's why. Okay.
Oh, right.
Okay, all the money's going to Helk. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. All the time, money, and good staff are going to help. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Rip this
Yep.
show, I guess.
To
Yeah,
be fair, in recent times, it's had a somewhat more inconsistent
More rocky.
showings. Because while
I mean, they did Somali just a couple of years ago.
yeah, but then they did Sakugan and Black Summoner.
To be fair, Sakugan wasn't bad, it was just uneven. Black Summoner is awful, though. Yeah, no. Helk, it looks promising, so...
Visually, Black Summoner wasn't horrible. Visually.
They just had shit material they were working with.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I'm pretty sure they were spending most of their resources on Helk.
Yeah, this is probably just their throwaway show.
The manga ended almost 2 years ago, so yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're almost certainly not putting a lot of effort into this. Which is unfortunate, but, like, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, no. Definitely not going to be giving this any more episodes or any more of my time.
Really? I thought you enjoyed it.
Were you listening to a single fucking word I said?
No, not really. I just sort of tuned it out.
I kid. The show is bad. Let's move on.
Moving on then to a show which has not aired yet. It is Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts.
Hey, this poster looks really familiar.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks this looks kind of familiar. Have I seen this before?
I'm just checking to make sure if I'm wrong or not. Where is it? We just go to extra large. They look nothing alike.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I
tell
mean,
yourself that.
They have the same energy.
I mean, the protagonist girl, the female protagonist, might both have white hair and dress in white, and the beast people or beast person associated with them might be feline in nature, but that doesn't make it the same. Might also have
sure.
horns.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
This maybe this is less romantic than I fear. If it is, then it might be interesting, but it does also sort of seem like it's just gonna rehash similar themes as Tale of Outcasts.
Yep. That tracks.
Um,
That tracks.
To be fair, let's wait until it actually comes out to
Yeah.
judge it.
Hey,
Yeah, let's
main
not be
girl,
judgy.
Main girl is voiced by Kana Hanazawa.
Oh my god, she's voicing the protagonist in this, and she's voicing. Oh my god.
We've also got Megami Han, Tasuku Hatanaka,
Megami Han's good.
Terashima. But yeah, we will. Look, the furries are eating good the last couple of seasons.
Oh, I'm sure Kaiser's happy.
Yeah.
This is also by JC staff, so it could look good or it could look less good.
Dang, Megami Han's doing some pretty good roles this season. Kana and Oshi no Ko, Makoto is Skipping Loafer, and Moeko in Dangers of My Heart. So that plus this show is dang.
There's a thread on the Mal forums titled "Similarity with Other Anime."
Do you wonder why?
Funnily enough, Tale of Outcasts doesn't get mentioned until the third message.
Okay, but it still got mentioned.
It got mentioned Ancient Magus Bride first.
Yeah, the first message was Ancient Magus Bride. The second one was Kakurio, then Tale of Outcasts. Okay, Sacrificial Princess technically came first.
The manga, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's funny. That's very funny. But yeah, we can keep talking about this, or we can move on to the best rom-com of the season.
We can move on. We can move on to Skip and Loafer.
This show is so good.
It was
I
a good
love this
first
show.
episode. It was a good first episode. I like Mitsumi.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
She
is
has
fun.
a really nice, earnest energy to her
Yeah.
without feeling overbearing.
And just, disaster energy as well.
Yeah, no. Look, she's going to give 110%, and that includes fucking up 110% of the time.
I like that she is genuinely, really smart. And, she managed to fucking recite that speech from memory. But it's just that she was super stressed, super exhausted, and just couldn't... her body just gave out on her.
Yeah. That poor teacher. Then again, the teacher did not move out of the way when she was, waving her hand frantically and rushing at her, so it's kind of on her, actually.
Yeah. Sosuke is interesting, and I like his chill vibe.
You'll see a lot more depth from him in the second episode.
Okay, good. I was gonna say that. I mean, there definitely seems like it with that last line. Him deciding to enjoy himself in high school. There's definitely a story behind that.
Yep.
The other thing I will say is fucking great to have an anime with stellar trans rep.
Yeah, no. Mitsumi's aunt is really great. I think it was Now was her name, right?
Yeah, Now-chan. I did think it was strange, the wording of how they said it, because they said my dad's sibling. I was like, that's slightly strange wording. And
in the manga, they outright just state that she's a trans woman. Don't know why the anime changed that. But episode 2 does
to be fair,
point out.
Was that like an official translation or?
Yeah, it was official.
Okay.
Last I checked.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. The anime, the second episode does basically all but outright state that she is trans.
I also liked Fumi and Mitsumi's family just going. There's no way her day went as well as she said.
Oh yeah, no. They called
no
her.
way.
They were mentally calling her on her bullshit.
Yeah. Am I right to be a little bit, or do you agree with me that Mika is a little suspicious? How quickly
Agashira?
Yeah,
Oh no, she's definitely a bit sus, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I think it's mostly just a high school cattiness.
fair. I mean, the thing is, in a series like this, that is legitimate, legitimate tension and drama. Like, there's not going to be some evil villain who's, trying to take over the world in a show like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, teenage cattiness does have to be taken
Yeah.
a little bit more seriously in a show like this.
That is very true.
Um,
Yeah, no, this is a very fun show.
yeah, it was definitely enjoyable.
Mitsumi and Sosuke have a really good vibe with each other, and the supporting cast, I imagine, will get fleshed out as the show goes on.
And I like Mitsumi's design because it's not the
Mitsumi's design is great.
It's not the typical cute anime girl design.
Yeah, no, it's sufficiently distinct from that, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can move on.
Yes, to Stella of the Theater, I believe that one is.
Yes, we move on to Stella of the Theater, World Die Star. Okay, this show made me realize I'm an idiot.
Really?
Yeah.
You're only just now realizing that?
It's an ongoing series of realizations, okay? But the point is, there was a big twist at the end of the episode, and I didn't notice until somebody mentioned it in the comments. They're like, wait, what? Went back and checked, went, oh, fuck. Because basically the entire episode, the main character, Coconut, is joined by her friend Shizuka, who is constantly encouraging Coconut and trying to get her to be a die star, which I think is just a stage actor. I'm really not entirely sure what the term is. And then in the very final, basically, it seems like Coconut isn't like skilled enough to actually be one of these die stars. But then with a little encouragement from a current die star, she actually manages to pull out a good performance in the auditions, resulting in one of the other members of this troupe she was trying to join wondering who Coconut was channeling for her performance, as she watches Coconut and only Coconut walk away.
Shit.
Shizuka was not in that shot. I didn't realize that until I checked the comments.
Some ghost story bullshit.
Also notable is the fact that nobody ever interacts with Shizuka, including Coconut's parents. And the die star that encouraged her even says that Coconut is weird while Coconut is talking to Shizuka.
Oh boy.
There is some spooky bullshit happening.
Some Phantom of the Idol shit.
Yep. As I said, I am an idiot. I am a very non-observant idiot. We've also got Katharina Griebel, German, who's trying to join the same troupe, bit snobby, but has a really cool superpower. Because, like, when she goes up to do her audition, she basically, like, mentally freezes time and figures out exactly what this this current die star has been doing with the auditions to basically intimidate the other auditionees. Is that a word? Audition takers.
Yeah.
And figure out how to react to it and act the scene well. So that's interesting. This is not amazing, but the twist itself has got me interested enough to give it more of a go. We'll see how I'm feeling around episode 3. But yeah, the twist sold me enough. And I did find the as I said, that scene with Katharina quite interesting, an interesting like visualization of her figuring out the situation.
Okay, cool.
But we need to move on to what I believe is the last isekai.
I think so. Yeah, it looks like it.
Move on to Summoned to Another World for a Second Time.
This wasn't terrible.
Sounds like an isekai.
Yeah, it is. So as the name implies, our protagonist was our protagonist got isekai'd, but for the second time. Apparently,
Otaku.
all right. So apparently, normal high schooler, he got isekai'd. He saved this world, supposedly disappeared right after. And I think he was reincarnated as a baby in his original world, and then he grew up a bit, and then was isekai'd to the same world that he was isekai'd to before. Because like no one in this isekai world recognizes him, and they say he has a different body and everything. So,
Interesting.
That's my understanding, though. I don't. It wasn't really confirmed in the first episode. What was less interesting was the fact that as soon as this instructor woman who's like training the other students of this school that were also isekai'd, she eventually realizes that, hey, this is the hero that she traveled with originally, and then he proceeds to sit on her. So
why?
Yeah, she's a degenerate, and that's what she wants. So yeah. Yeah, she do be a degenerate. He reunites with his original party. Apparently, the cause of the issues in this world are some unresolved things with, I think, someone who was originally a friend of his, who apparently went all evil for some reason.
Shocker.
Yeah, and is trying to incite a war. So he basically starts a new journey to stop that. So, and that's pretty much the first episode in a nutshell. It wasn't bad. Part of me actually does want to watch more, but there's just not enough time in the world for me to do that. There are some generic aspects. I swear this show looks like 1,000 other isekai that I've seen.
I'm shocked. Shocked,
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the idea on its own is fine, but we don't know a whole lot about his first adventure, so it's like I don't really care that much about this being his second time, because it's like basically anything that he knows, like any nerd who's read a light novel would know. So yeah. But it was okay. Not bad, not offensive. Well, except for the thing with the degenerate woman. But yeah, it was all right. But I'm not gonna be watching more. So
Can hardly blame you.
yeah. Moving on.
Moving on then to Tokyo Mew Mew New 2.
Okay. I actually did not have the time to watch the premiere for this. So
I did. As always.
how is it so far?
We get introduced to a new character in the form of the Blue Knight.
The
who
Moon Knight.
who helps the Mew Mews.
Oh.
And also, Quiche continues to be a fucking annoyance.
Oh boy. I was hoping he'd be dealt with by now.
He continues to be a stalker asshole, but what else is new?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Joy.
there's also just more fun shenaniganry here and there. Ichigo is delighted that she is finally officially a couple with her crush, so
Yeah.
that's nice.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, she's really happy about that.
I'm sure she's still a hot mess, though.
Oh, she absolutely is a hot mess.
That's good.
She
Good,
she
good.
also is just completely spacing out the whole time. Well, not the whole time, but she spaces out a bunch, thinking about just the fact that they are a couple.
Yeah. As
So,
you do.
You know, Ichigo being Ichigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Still very fun. More fun magical girl shenanigans I will enjoy.
Yeah. It just sounds like more Tokyo Mew Mew. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Let's hope we have a little less quiche this time, though.
Fucking hate him.
Or he gets a good beating. I'll enjoy that.
It's what he deserves.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think we can move on then.
we can move on to another sequel. We move on to Tonikawa Over the Moon for You Season 2. So,
I love these idiots.
before I started Season 2, I also watched the 2 OVAs, which were, oh boy, they got real close to lewdness there.
Oh.
Have you
How
not
close?
have you not watched them, Jack?
I don't believe so. I might have.
Well, there's a lot more French kissing than has gone on in the series so far.
Oh, dang.
Wait, they kiss? What?
They kissed in the first season, though. Don't you remember?
I haven't watched Tonikawa, so.
Oh. You really should. It's really good.
And there is, I mean, the second OVA is basically just like fucking
Fucking?
No,
fucking
actually,
Nasa engaging in his cosplay kink, because he asks Tsukasa to dress up in a maid outfit and a high school uniform.
Oh, my.
I think the first one was more about Tsukasa being horny as well, after Nasa was like away for a day.
Oh.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, no, it was. Like, they were good OVAs. Really got me back into the swing of the series as well. And obviously, you know, fucking Kaname and Aya are just there, you know, stoking the flames.
They do.
Oh, and Aurora showed up to stoke some flames as well. Was it Aurora?
Naturally.
No, Charlotte. Charlotte is the green-haired one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Charlotte.
I think.
I'll be honest, I only just learned their names.
My memory isn't great with some of the supporting characters, if I'm being honest.
Yes, Charlotte is the green-haired one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she.
But yeah,
But yeah, this good first episode. Apparently, this was entirely anime original.
Oh, neat.
And yeah, it was a good reintroduction to the series. Tsukasa complaining that a shark film didn't have enough tornadoes.
Yeah, Sharknado reference.
NASA watching Tsukasa more than the movie at the cinema.
As one does. Or at least as he does.
NASA not knowing the fucking cost of a wedding.
Yeah.
And then them bringing up the price of a wedding at a certain kingdom that is magical is 7 million yen.
Cheeky.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 million yen translates to about, what, $60,000 or something?
Let me check.
Well, I'm speaking US dollars, but...
I'm also doing that. I'm 700,000. $52,000.
Fuck me, that's a lot.
Value has dropped somewhat.
Still a lot of money to spend on a wedding.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. There's a reason our generations aren't having as many weddings.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, no, Tonikawa continues to be a delight.
mhm. No, this, as I said, the 3 episodes of Tonikawa that I watched were sort of the epitome of Tonikawa. I can't wait to see what hijinks happen. Okay, that's the other thing. One of them got real fucking obvious about Tsukasa not being from this time period.
Oh yeah,
Well, not-
the OP?
Well, the OP got real fucking obvious about it, but the first OVA was about Tsukasa getting a phone, and she made reference to like, oh, we didn't have this sort of thing back in like fucking medieval period. If Nobunaga had one of these, I bet he would have conquered Japan. And it's like, wow, you're really not hiding in this OVA, are you, Tsukasa?
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that we're going to get her backstory, or at least understand what her deal is this season.
Well, that definitely seems like it's going to be the purpose of this season, especially considering
How featured it is in the OP.
that and the fact that during Chitose, Charlotte, and Aurora's conversation, they mentioned the grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm betting Tsukasa's side of the family is going to play more of a role now.
That is entirely possible, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I also like the ending. You know, Tsukasa saying, "We will have a wedding at some point, but just not right now."
Yeah.
So moving from something that was very cute to something that wanted to be as cute. To Cute Crisis.
Do you like cats? Do you like dogs? Do you like all things cute?
I like
Maybe you'll like
cats.
this.
I like cats and I like dogs, but there's only so much enjoyment I can get out of 23 minutes of one fucking woman screeching about how cute a cat is. Or
You know what my
is.
first thought of when I was about halfway through this?
What?
This should have been a short.
No, that's exactly what this should have been. This should have been 10 minutes at most.
12 if you want to include credits.
Yeah. 10
Yeah,
minutes
no,
of
I
actual
completely
content.
agree.
Like,
This is not the kind of premise that can sustain a full-length anime episode.
no. And, you know, fucking...
It's unfortunate, too, because the skits are fun.
I mean, Yumiri Hanamori does her best to fucking, like, carry it, but... Wow,
Her voice
okay.
acting is fun and all, but this is not, like, a super deep show.
Yeah, Yumiri Hanamori, lead in To Cute Crisis. Also, Yamada in Jigo Kuraku.
Oh, yeah. Girl has range.
Didn't see that one coming.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Akira in Call the Night.
Oh, dang.
Oh, and Hayasaka in Kaguya.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that one you'll get. But yeah, this just bored me.
I enjoyed it well enough, but I don't think I'll be sticking around with it for too long. Like I said, it's the kind of thing that would be fine as a short, but it can't really carry multiple episodes, full-length episodes of anime.
The one thing that was kind of amusing was at the end, the co-workers, like, what was that noise? Nya. Listen to it again. Nya. Just doing that. That was kind of amusing, but like, yeah, just.
Second episode has a little bit more variety with the jokes, including one bit where they're like, "Yeah, you having a cat means that you are their servant forever."
No, that's a fair approximation of cat ownership. Speaking as somebody with a cat, yeah, that's fair.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's a pretty thin premise, honestly.
Oh,
It's not my favorite fluff show this season.
I'll tell you what I liked. Lisa calling in an artillery strike on those fucks who neglected the cat.
Oh yeah, no, that was fucking great.
Why would they neglect a cat?
I don't know,
Because
but
they're
now,
awful people.
Now
And they got an orbital bombardment for their shitbaggery.
Yep. I also liked the name of the captain. That was a funny gag, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, this just.
Oh my god, it's Amuro Ray again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There are 2 characters this season that have names that riff off of Amuro Ray. God damn it.
You can't escape from Gundam.
No, and we also have a Gundam show going on this season.
That's right, we do.
So much Gundam reference.
Yeah, just it shouldn't have been a full length series of episodes.
No, completely agree with you there. Again, this should have been short.
But we move on to Nmb's favorite premiere of the season so far. Kosochu Great Mission.
Oh my god, this show is actually incredible. This is the best anime I've ever seen in my entire life.
Did this go unlicensed?
Yes.
Yes, which is why I didn't watch
the
it.
Joke. I'm seriously gonna have to get the fucking "That's the joke" from The Simpsons at this rate, Jack.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have minded checking this out. It might have potential, but it didn't get licensed, so
I think it's a Toei show.
Yeah, it is. It's replacing Digimon.
RIP.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's a little weird to me that it didn't get licensed, but
I mean, most of Toei's non-franchise shows don't really get licensed, to my knowledge.
yeah. A lot of them do, though. But, yeah, if it gets licensed eventually, I'll check it out. But as for now, I get more time to watch Monster.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
moving on to Nmb's actually favorite show of the season. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby, Road to the Top.
Well, to be fair, it hasn't premiered yet, but
I'm saying it's your favorite show, even having not started yet.
I mean, well, that's not entirely fair because this is just going to be a short web anime. It's only going to be 4 episodes, but
am I wrong?
I am excited for it.
Yeah, you say that like you're not going to be absolutely adoring this show.
Oh no, I probably will be because it's Cygames Pictures, so it's going to be gorgeous. Based on the trailer, it's gonna be gorgeous. So I'm excited. It's a shame it's just gonna be a short anime, but we don't know how long the episodes are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am very, very much looking forward to this. I'll look forward to talking about it when it actually happens. But this is exactly what I need to tie me over until the actual season 3 later this year. So. Woo!
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, we can move on to our final premiere, which is Yuri Is My Job. Alright, before you start gushing about this, I have to say this.
Okay.
I got like 5-7 minutes into this and just couldn't keep watching. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Is it because of the abrasiveness of the characters?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
don't
I
entirely
can't
blame
blame you.
you.
I don't blame you at all. I get it.
it's kind of intentional to kind of show like, hey, this is like a job, and these characters aren't going to necessarily be like the kind of nice people they present as for their job. But also, like, it allows for more conflict and shenaniganry.
Yeah, that being...
I in particular, I kind of really didn't like how manipulative the protagonist was.
Oh, that's intentional.
I know.
She's supposed to be a manipulative asshole to start with.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I get it.
I
absolutely get it.
I didn't watch it on a particularly good day, on a day that I was feeling particularly like upbeat. But I still think there were a lot of shows that I watched this season with like dislikable characters, and I just didn't really feel like watching a show with so many of them in it.
I get it.
I don't blame you. I don't really blame you. I will say, like, from what I've heard, episode 3 or 4 will have an important shift in how we see at least one of the characters, but I know no details beyond that.
Okay. Yeah. What helps me out with Hime's behavior is that A, she does actually have her genuine good points, and B, she often gets punished at her job, which is very funny to see.
Oh yeah, no, she gets dunked on so much.
Yeah,
and it is so funny seeing her fuck up.
Yeah, very funny.
They're pretty basic fuck ups too. It's like, Hime, girl, you need to read the room. You need to learn how to not be this dumb about things.
Yeah. But I am enjoying it thus far. Very curious to see where things go. Not the biggest fan of Kanoko, but that's mainly just because she's really, really weird.
Yeah, no, she it's more in episode 2 that we see Kanoko actually expressing the kind of character she is, and it's like,
Ooh, okay, honey, calm down. All right, I don't think you intend to be a stalker, but that's some stalker-y behavior right there.
A lot of pictures of that one person
that were clearly taken without her knowing.
Yeah.
Very, very yikes. I don't think she has malicious intentions or anything like that, genuinely, but
she is a very, very, very conversation-averse person.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure, like, most of the female cast is some sort of sapphic.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and they play it up in their jobs, too, because their job is basically just super strongly emulating Class S type Yuri stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the old classics, like, what was it, Maria Watches Over Us, or Strawberry Panic, stuff like that. The old school Yuri stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of that for a cafe.
Yeah.
That's
honestly, it's kind of like kayfabe, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really play into those personas when they're on the clock.
This reminds me vaguely of Oren.
Yes, I did get
vibes.
somewhat similar vibes from it. Yeah.
Yeah. This has a lot of similarities to that, in terms of like its setting and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I really do find it interesting, and I will try to watch as much as I can with this one, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm sticking with this one, at least for now. So far, Passione isn't disappointing, which is good.
Yeah,
there was some worry that they would, but it's fine.
They're also not trying to loot it up, which is also good.
Oh yeah, thank God. I didn't think they would, but
there's always a concern with Passione.
Oh yeah, always. But they aren't only about the loots. Thank goodness. Yeah. But yeah, fun so far. Curious to see where things go character-wise for a lot of these characters, which clearly have some shit going on. So
Yes. It'll be interesting to see what the deal is with especially Mitsuki and Sumika, what their deals are.
yeah.
Sumika, we've seen a little bit of what her deal is with her being a Gyaru type by normally, but playing like the bookworm type on the clock.
Which is very amusing. I
Yes.
love that shift.
That contrast is really cool.
That just proves that she's a good actress.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see why Mitsuki seems to just instinctively hate Hime.
I have a vague idea of why, because I kind of got a little bit spoiled on that, but I don't know
I
all the
have a
details.
few guesses, but
Yeah.
I'm probably inevitably going to get spoiled anyways if I don't catch it from the show first.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if that is everything, we can wrap this up.
Alright, so what do you think are the ones to watch this season?
Skip and Loafer, definitely. Hell's Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not counting the sequels, because we know what we're getting from
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no.
Also, Golden Kamui's coming back this season.
Yes! Yeah, to add Skip and Loafer and Hell's Paradise, Oshi no Ko, definitely. Heavenly Delusion, probably, as well.
Heavenly Delusion could either be really good, or it could just go on a downhill sprint. We will see on that.
It's hard to say with that one.
Yeah.
It has a lot of interesting stuff.
It's got potential to go either way, just based on its subject matter alone.
Yeah,
In terms
It
of
just my heart if you can stomach the chuness of the hero.
what else? Yeah, I think that's mostly it.
Any thing you want to add, Nmbr?
No, you guys pretty much covered everything else. It doesn't help that I haven't watched some of the better shows that you guys have been
Some
mentioning.
of the actually good stuff,
but-
yeah.
Sorry.
I'll get to them.
Well, I will also add My Love Story with Yamada-kun and Otaku Elf is good, fun fluff shows.
Yeah, I do like Yamada-kun. If you can get past the slightly weird age thing.
It's far from the worst I've seen.
Yeah. What's the best isekai this season?
Probably Deadmouth Deathplay or Raeliana. Those are the only two I'd actually recommend.
Those probably. The Death Play one specifically, because while I haven't watched it, I trust Jack's opinion, and I also trust this author. So
yeah,
that's
Narita
probably
doesn't
gonna
really miss all that much.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be really good. Yuri Is My Job if you like your Yuri. That's probably going to be, if you're not already watching Birdie Wing, which you should be.
If you're not watching Birdie Wing or Gundam, then Yuri Is My Job is the best Yuri you can get.
Yeah. That's our new show, Yuri Fix. Probably, unless some of these shows surprise us, which I doubt it, but that'd be interesting.
This is a pretty gay season, to be fair. It's just some of that gay is locked behind the sequel wall.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think that's all on my end. So.
Just before we wrap the stream up, I'd just like to point out my sheer anger at the fact that Crunchyroll posted an article just the other day about Blue Orchestra's opening theme getting a music video. How dare you?
That's actually insane.
How fucking dare you?
To be fair, they do often cover news for anime that they don't license, but that's still...
I know, but how fucking dare you?
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Yeah, hopefully that does get licensed eventually.
Yeah.
Because it's really weird that it wasn't. Because that probably has potential.
Yeah. Regardless, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you've maybe picked up some interest in a show that you weren't going to watch before. That's sort of the point of this stream, is to try and get some interest in shows you might not normally watch.
Like Kosochu, great mission. That show's great. You should definitely watch it.
In terms of future stuff, sorry, I've just seen the title of another article on Crunchyroll. Magical Destroyers anime's not safe for work creditless ending theme shows rebellion on the horizon.
What?
Let's not go into that. No idea what the hell that could.
I watched the ED. I don't know what that's alluding to, but whatever.
Okay. Sorry, my eyes were just caught by not safe for work, which is
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of future stuff, tomorrow we'll probably be playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Because D&D is not on, fortunately.
No D&D. Tuesday we'll probably be doing the same. We might try and figure something else out to do, but we will see. Thursday, not in...
Well, we'll see about Thursday.
We'll see about Thursday, yeah. And as a result, Saturday, we need to discuss some things. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter. We always greatly appreciate it. And otherwise, we hope to see you on, well, tomorrow for some Dragon Age Inquisition. Good night.
Later.
Bye.